Okay. Alright, we should be back. Jaina, stop, please.
Hopefully.
Alright,
Hopefully we are all back.
are you still in the game?
I am still in the game.
Okay.
It is paused.
Yeah, where are you at?
I'm at 850.
Okay, I'll get right there. Ah, it's so annoying. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. Just gonna fast forward to 850, and then we'll continue. Very brutal. My internet started having issues yesterday, and again, I think it's the physical connection. I don't think it's actually a problem with my internet, but my cord or something. So, whatever. We'll get that fixed hopefully today. Alright, almost caught up. We're at 6 minutes almost. Your ISP is not an AV4 injury. I agree with that one. Okay, so I'm gonna pause in 3. Or, sorry, not 3. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm paused.
Alright.
Alright, you ready?
Count down. Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright.
Oh, mine just jumped to 9. Well, mine just jumped a shit ton. Go to 919. I don't know what the hell just happened.
Okay, I'll go 2x real quick.
What the heck? I'm at 919. Alright.
Alright, I'm at 919 now. Press play.
Alright. Oh my god. This is so dumb. I'm just gonna pause and try to let you catch up for a second. It keeps jumping like 15 seconds every time I click play.
Okay, so just wait till I'll just keep going. We're at 9:30. I'm at 9:37.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. I think we should be good to go. We might be a second off or so.
Yeah, I'm at 9:47 now. I don't know what you're at.
Yeah, I'm right around there.
Okay. Alright, so we see walls coming up now. One villager has been killed for Beastie. Blacksmith techs are in both stables, still producing knights. And, oh, here comes some potential XP for Jean.
Oh, that is some XP gonna be coming in, but will Jean go down? She does.
Yeah, she is going to go down. Yep, so that is actually pretty brutal to lose her that way. I mean, that's the thing with the Order of the Dragon horsemen. They're a lot stronger than normal horsemen. We do see some attacks going on the backside. 3 weak knights right now.
The one thing I will say for Puppy, though, yes, he lost Jean, but he took the trade much better than Beastie. So he took down a ton of military units. Beastie didn't realize that there was a wall on the backside, and there's going to be a good amount of horsemen here going down. And Beastie, look at his military.
Yeah, he's only at 10. There's still a lot of knights on the field. There's 2 gilded spearmen so far. He does have a solid farm transition of 14 farms at the moment, which is you know, very nice for him. We don't see the respawn timer for Jean. That's sad.
Now, one of the things to think about is those horsemen, same exact price as a knight, but actually they cost a little more considering Puppy Paw. He's used that consecration ability from Jean to make both of the stables a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, instead of 140 food, it's 105. Still 100 gold per night, but you know, could be a lot worse. I mean, it's still nice to get cheaper knights. And another horseman in. Will it get another Vil kill here?
Good reaction by Puppy. He's got another couple knights there ready. One charge goes off.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's not looking... I mean, Jean d'Arc should be coming back soon. And, you know, look at BC. He's at 17 farms. He's at 900 food per minute. You know, he's getting to a very solid level. And he's killed 3 villagers. So, you know, Puppy's ahead, quote unquote, by 3 villagers. But really not, because, you know, again, H3 or the Order of the Dragon villagers do work faster.
Yeah, and he's still on more villagers, but this one might actually at least give Jean some XP if he surrounds it. Another villager goes down. Puppy not respecting that horseman enough.
Yeah, I see some people in chat incorrectly stating that you do not get Jeanne d'Arc back after a respawn timer. There is a respawn timer. At least in the games I've played with her, when she dies, she comes back after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, no, she does. It's like the con.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 'Cause that's what it did for me, unless it was bugged out for me.
Walls having to get canceled, but Puppy's circling with more and more knights. There's still another group of 8 knights on the north side that just haven't been able to find any damage because of this wall, because of this base by Beastie. And Beastie, he's about to drop Regnant's Cathedral. I mean, what is Puppy going to do to this base? Beastie has 9 spears, and those spears will essentially just, if knights get close to those, they're going to get one shot.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Beastie's going Castle Age, and he can start getting gilded knights if he chooses to, which I'm gonna bet he is. And what's Puppy gonna do about that? I'm not sure there's much. I mean, he has a lot of knights, so you know he can take one, obviously, but still something to worry about.
Yeah, I feel like he could have dove this outpost a while ago before the spear number kind of climbed up, but just was so distracted with these constant 1 or 2 horsemen that circle on around and then occasionally get a vill or 2. It's been 5-0 on the kills, and I mean that does end up adding up, and has allowed BC to have this safe Regnant's Cathedral.
Yeah, and we're seeing more and more. I mean, that's a solid group of knights, 23, but it doesn't feel good when you hear that age up for your opponent, you know, because look at Puppy's not even close, right? He's at 578 food per minute, 36 in the bank. He's definitely not very happy to hear that age up.
Yeah, the only thing really going for him is Jean. You talked about it. The Holy Wrath ability deals with spearmen quite a bit better, but those are gilded spearmen. Those are hard to mess with.
Yeah, but now here's the thing, right? If you can deny the gold, then you can't get... Because BC doesn't have that much gold in the bank.
He doesn't get a brace off. Here we go. Fight going in.
And Holy Wrath, and the spearmen just die. Even the gilded spearmen don't do very well against that. And unfortunately, those were feudal age. I mean, those knights are pretty hurt. And Jeanne d'Arc, you know, she doesn't have the most amount of health with her. Does kill a gilded knight though.
Oh. That's so much XP for Jean that she was just able to get. And look at BC's farms. You talked about, yeah, he's got a great farm transition in. There's level 3. Spawns the men-at-arms, and this is the perfect time for Puppy Paul.
Ooh,
Jean, no. What the Jean?
Yeah, doesn't want to lose Jean right now. It's at 56. She's at 56 health. Villagers going down. Oh, Jean, 4 health. Oh my god, 3 health. 2 health.
Health.
No, arrow slits got her. Oh, that's brutal.
She falls, but look at BC's total economy. He is up on the north side on the berries, and he has been able to sneak a relic behind this.
Dude, arrow slits are MVP there. You know, I mean, Puppy knows he needs to do aggression. That's why he's being so aggressive.
Throw the relic! Throw the relic!
Tries to deny the relic. I mean, BC has no gold. He's got 93 food in the bank. Another barracks comes out. And, you know, no military for BC at the moment. And what's Puppy doing? He just has more and more knights on the way. He's doing a farm transition himself. I mean, so many knights. There's 10 knights and 3 of those Jean's companions.
Look at what Puppy found, though. He found the north side berries.
Yeah, this is what makes, you know, top players so good. They always find this. You can't sneak this. They don't let you.
What are those villagers? They just wrecked that knight.
Oh yeah, they don't let that knight have any mercy. Second relic is coming in though, and we see more and more knights coming.
BC was able to get this wall down on the west. Now to get to those berries, it takes a huge circle around. The main group of knights are still on the TC. Men-at-Arms still alive, but the second relic about to come back in.
Now,
and the villagers at least secured for now.
Yeah, well, Puppy noticed this. Oh, nope, he's not. That second relic is going to get in. He's just staying under the town center fire. Kind of, he's keeping 21 farms idle, which is kind of his plan. He's going to start killing some farms. These berries, there's not that much food left on them, right? There's 250 plus 188.
And now we're at the point where there's 15 villagers in the TC, so every villager that pops out should be able to get taken down. And Puppy has reinforcing knights going to those berries that you were just talking about. Jean has returned.
Oh, that is scary. He's just burning farms now. I mean, he's going to lose all his knights, I think, at this rate. BC is starting to get some units, and he does have a couple villagers on the right-hand berries. I really feel like Puppy needs to just get off the farms. He is losing all his knights. Does bring 5, takes him off the berries.
And gets a few more villager kills on the backside.
Yep. But here's 4 gilded spearmen. They are Castle Age too. These are not Feudal Age anymore, so now they do even more damage. Ooh,
Puppy did burn a few of those farms at least, and remember, those aren't in the chapel, but now there's prelates out to inspire, and it's not just a few prelates. Beastie is pumping the prelates out. He's got 3. He's about to have a 4th.
Yeah, and now, the mass knights may not work. And look at this. Puppy's actually going across the map to take Beastie's deer and berries. So these 2 villagers will be discovered, probably be killed, would be my assumption.
Puppy, though, he's taking the fight against those spearmen that you were talking about. He still has Jean using her abilities, but ooh, the damage is high.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good fight there. Definitely not what you want to be doing. If he had all his knights, maybe he could have taken that. But now he knows about these 2 villagers. He's going to go kill them. And, BC, he's on 22 farms, so it's not going to take long for him to get his food, or, a big army again. And I think Puppy's window may be over. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish off.
He needs to match
here.
this castle timing somehow. Not match it, but like get this castle timing himself. Because the units that BC is about to start making are just gonna even heavier outclass Puppy Paul.
Yep, because now he's starting to get gilded knights again, and he's got the gilded spearmen on the way. He's producing 2 at a time. And
and it looks like he's gonna go to crossbows as well.
And there's 12 too. There's 12 gilded spearmen now, and that's probably, I don't know if that's enough to take on 20 knights, but I guess we'll see. And BC is going for his. He's got 4. He's about to have 4 relics. Like, this is looking
Men-at-Arms
really bad.
spawn came on in, so the Men-at-Arms are at least going to be a little bit better. They don't take that extra damage from the spears, but Puppy Paul taking another fight. Prelate's trying to heal up all of those spearmen, and this fight actually...
He has
it might be
divine
going a little better
restoration.
than expected. But John falls again! And Puppy Paul, he has to fall back. 13 spears still alive. He's got 14 knights, but those are veteran gilded spearmen, and now all of those spears that are low, they're going to get healed back to full.
Yeah, yep, and I think at this point, it's pretty, I'm not sure if Puppy can really bring this back. I mean, it's, that's a lot of gilded spearmen, and it's at the point where now there's so many spearmen that, the Holy Wrath ability is even worse against him, because again, they're gilded, and I'm not really sure what else Puppy can do here. What time are you at, by the way, right now?
I just saw that. The problem is every time I pause, it jumps forward
pause.
15 seconds.
Yeah, don't pause.
I'm at 21:42.
Okay, so I'm ahead. I'm ahead of you by a couple of seconds. We're fine with that.
Okay, cool. That works then. Oh, gotta love it.
And I gotta love when the internet poops out.
Puppy's been having to make his own spears now, and this is where Beastie can just make all spears. The villagers for Puppy are going to start getting taken out, and I mean, we talked about it earlier. Puppy kind of lost this timing a bit ago.
Yeah, he's trying to do like trying to find a way into the wood line, but again, it's all walled off. BC's definitely going to be aware of that. And I really do think one of the big mistakes Puppy made was staying under the town center fire for so long. He lost so many knights that, like, yeah, he idled the economy, but there were still berries being gathered, and it just ended up not working out very well, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it was also one where I think if he had kept Jean alive during all of that time, it would have been a whole different story. But that one arrow slits, that one damage was just such a big difference maker.
Yeah, Gilded Knight might go down here. I mean, it's very close to death, but oh, there's the Spearman to back it up. You know, I'm surprised BC's not going to kill those villagers on the berries. He knows it's there.
There the Spearmen go. Right as you say that.
No, they're not going towards the villagers.
Berries.
Yeah, the berries on the right.
Yeah, I mean, it's an upgraded outpost. It'll just take a lot of time to burn it, I guess. So he's just like saying, hey, I got better things to deal with.
And we do see the 5th relic being grabbed. So now BC has all the relics. He's definitely, he's got a solid 31 farms. Puppy doesn't even really have 17 farms. I don't see a world in which Puppy can win this game at this point. I think it's looking pretty bad for him at the moment. Wonder if he's going. I mean, he's not even close to castle. I don't even think he's looking to go castle. Looks like
he's just not getting wheelbarrow and horticulture. That's good, right?
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Oh! No, don't do this. All right.
How are you ahead of me again? Okay. I'm ahead of you
I have no idea. I feel like my game has occasionally been jumping now.
Oh,
maybe it still thinks I'm in like your group or something. I have no idea.
Yeah, I might have bugged out because of that. Ooh, John almost dies to the spears. But I mean, this game's got to be almost over. I just don't see Puppy holding on. Like, how does Puppy? He's at like BC has double the military, 5 relics, crossbows, gilded spearmen, gilded knights. I mean,
I think Beastie might not know. Well, it's also if Beastie steps too far forward, the knights could just come into his base and ruin his eco. So that's might be what he's scared for. But he's at the point now where he's so far ahead on the military numbers that it's not much the Puppy can do.
Yeah, with this unit composition, there's not much he can do at all. Like, even if he made archers, I don't even think that would be enough, unless he had like a 30.
And that front gold starting to be focused down again by Beastie, and he's the one starting to press forward. Those spears, they're not the same spears as the other side, but there are a ton of knights here. Jean using her ability, giving some healing to all these units.
Yep, and you know, we can try to hype this up as much as we want. 74 to 15. It's just dropping like a rock. And that is GG. Beastie takes game number 1.
Man. And now we get to get back on the same page.
Yes. Thank you, Marine Lord. Thank you, Fistbro, for the raid. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Thank you, Green Frog, for the tier 1 subscription. Greatly appreciate it.
It's also, I felt like that wall from Beastie just proved to be so effective. I feel like instead of burning all the farms, if Puppy had just burnt down the wall and not allowed the like villagers to just go escape on the berries once he scouted it out, then it kind of could have just fully idled Beastie rather than allowing him kind of 2 spots.
Yeah, and yes, BC did give JD to Puppy. To be fair, I guess that map is bugged, which it wasn't when I checked it out, but half the resources didn't spawn, which is Thirsty Sips. It worked when I looked at it a few days ago. What did you do, young man? All right, you're in the group, right? Perfect.
I am in the group. We're all good to go. And we'll get to see our game 2 matchup here.
Okay, either they just started, or I hope they put observe mode on.
Finished.
Or yeah, could have just finished, I suppose.
I believe they just started a little bit ago.
I feel like they just started to, but I'm actually, I guess we can check. Let's see. Yep, it's let me observe. Let's get into the action.
All right. I'm gonna guess. Oh, there we go. We see it. I was at least gonna be right on one of the civs.
Zedfred Anderson
So
just
Beastie
subscribed.
on the Byzantines.
Thank
and
you
Puppy Paul on HRE.
Yeah, thank you for the prime. Greatly appreciate it. Z Fred Anderson, glad you're enjoying the stream or the tournament or both. Here we go. We have, yeah, so Beastie as the Byzantines. And over here we have Puppy as the Holy Roman Empire. That is right. We are seeing HRE for the second time today. Not Order of the Dragon, but actually HRE.
That is correct. And as you mentioned with the Byzantines on the earlier match, we do see the berries opening from Beastie. So he wants that earlier olive oil production coming in, I believe, once you kind of get that cistern up going.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of, I'm personally a big fan of it. I love going the olive oil immediately. It just allows you, like I said, it allows you to get that first contract immediately the moment you hit feudal if you time it correctly.
Yeah, I almost kind of think of it as like opening with the Uvu as the Mongols. It's like you want to go ahead and start getting your olive oil. It's one of the keys to your civ. It's one of the things that can unlock a lot of extra bonuses and kind of these extra timings that you can really force some reactions to your opponent. And HRE, a civ that we know likes to kind of play their own game.
Alrighty. Yeah, so I'll be very curious how this plays out. I wonder if BC's going to go for a feudal aggression or if he's going to try to go for a more castle approach. You know, either option I could see being the case.
Yeah, it's one of those, when you think about the Byzantines, they have a couple abilities that like really will allow them to, I feel like, counteract HRE pretty well. One of those is just going up with the Hippodrome.
Yeah, I mean, that's my landmark of choice. I definitely prefer always going for the Hippodrome a lot of the time. Just because, again, I think 1TC play is better. Like, I've been experimenting with 1TC play, keeping like a villager or two on stone so you can get the cisterns a lot quicker. And I almost wonder if that's stronger than going straight for 2TC.
Man, Puppy, 530 food in the bank. What is he planning on doing here?
Yeah, not sure. We'll see. I didn't have anything to add to that.
It's usually you'll see that kind of timing where the feudal age is gonna be a little quicker, but maybe it's just been a while from HRE. He's been playing the new civs and inspired those food vills a little more than he intended to.
I mean, to be fair, if you look at it, most people have not been playing the old civs, right? Since November 9th. Not many people are playing them, so they might be a little rusty with them, or might be a little off their timings. I know I was when I played both Ottomans and Rus. I was not used to it after not playing anything but new civs for a week.
Yep. It is the chapel as expected, and it is the Hippodrome as we were wanting to see from the Byzantines. So this is that military landmark, allows the triumph ability for all those horsemen, and that's what I kind of expect BC to start out with as well.
Also, that chapel location is kind of, he's not going to be able to, it takes away like 3 farms, right? Or more. Because it's right now next to the town center.
Questionable location to say the least. I mean, looks like he's maybe wanting to get that stone in the influence, so might be going for that old HRE 2TC build.
Yeah, maybe he sacrificed that so we could get some influence on his wood gathering, berries, sheep, obviously, and stone. Maybe that was his plan. I mean, if he's going 2TC, feels like it might be a little late, but hard to say.
Really late. I don't think he is. He's got extra. I mean, I can't tell anymore. Who knows? Like you said, could be off these timings, but the Hippodrome finishing, and this is where Beastie, he's already got the resources in the bank to immediately start queuing up some horsemen.
Yeah, and look at this. Spearman already going across straight for the gold. So I think he wants to, Puppy wants to deny any potential fast castle build if that was the plan.
Yep. And he already has the Spearman out for those horsemen that are already in queue by Beastie. And so Puppy had an idea for that extra food that I was talking about. I thought it was just kind of these missed timings, but it was not by any means very clean, as he has Spearman to protect himself. He's got his deer being pushed in by the Spearman. Beastie's actually trying to come mess with it, but there's spears here.
Yep, yeah, this shouldn't be able to be done. Already getting poked once. Twice, you know, trying to be very annoying. Again, it's something we're seeing more and more top players use, just really spreading out that deer. I talked about it earlier in the last game, and it's very annoying to deal with. It's almost going to get to the point where, as a player, you're just going to kill your own deer so you don't have to worry about it.
And it is a later second TC play, so almost he's about half the resources there, and is able to connect some shots on the horseman, as it is again trying to just spread out the deer and be annoying.
Yep. And and we do see the longbows for the mercenary contract. That's what I like to do a lot, is go for those longbows. And then, you know, just going horsemen, some longbows, and then second TC should be coming out soon for Puppy.
Yep, does that force drop off and can head on over to the deer that already have spears ready and waiting. Another horseman getting some damage down. We'll deny that TC location. Yeah. Force it back a little bit.
Now, the thing you have to think about as well, though, is look at how much damage those horsemen have taken, right? Like, that one horseman is at 7 health. The other one's lost about a quarter of its health. Does that make it worth it? I mean, because, you know, well, with Triumph, they do heal, right? So maybe it's fine.
Maybe so. There's still spears here, though, and he's trying to deny this, trying to delay this on up.
Yep. Very common kind of tactic to do. You know, just kind of, just trying to find an opening. Oh. You'll never find one usually, but sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah. BC does end up losing that 7 health horseman, and the spears chasing down the rest of those. Puppy, though, look at where he's scouting. He sees the mass amount of villagers back on the gold. He knows that it's going to be a quicker castle play from Beastie. But yep. Beastie's going to have the longbows out in a second to deal with these spears.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what these are supposed to do. You know, these longbows are for the spears, so you can keep the horsemen. And 5 longbows is going to be more than enough to kill those, right? But there is horsemen coming out for Puppy as well. So, you know, he might be able to push BC off gold if BC's, caught off guard here.
Yeah, those 5 longbows immediately snipe down 2 spears. Horsemen turn right back around and they're like, all right, great. Well, I've done my job and I get to start being aggressive again.
Yep, and now he's going to push with some longbows and that. But again, double horseman production coming out, and BC's unaware of this at the moment. So he's not going to be expecting this. So there's a chance he could lose all 5 longbows right now if one horseman out. But it looks like Puppy is aware of it, so Puppy does know that he's pushing.
Getting closer, jumps on inside the TC, but longbows, they're just right outside of that TC range, just going to deny those deer. And this is where BC now sees the stables, sees some horsemen circling on around, and so puts down those palings.
Yeah, and that's a very smart way to use them. And here's the
thing. Look at that location. Oh my gosh, that front longbow. It's just in range to shoot the deer, but not in range of the TC fire.
Yep, that's always very annoying. Now, if this was a Japanese second town center, it would reach that longbow. If you didn't know, Japanese second town center is bugged.
I did. I forgot that. And Beastie, he actually steps up into, still not in the town center fire range.
Oh, yeah, but now look at this. These longbows are dead, 100%.
Yeah, they're dead, but they've done their job. Beastie going up with Cistern of the first kill should lose his whole entire mass, most likely. All those horsemen quite low health. As you said, the longbows cleaned up. Gold should be able to be denied now. If Puppy just heads straight across the map, he's in a pretty good position here for himself.
Yeah, now here's the thing, right? We're going to have, now there's two things going on right now. BC has not connected his cisterns yet. I believe 22 stone is enough. So right now he's not really getting the most bonus out of this as he should. And now BC doesn't have enough to make more longbows, so he's going to be forced off of gold, but he does have enough gold to make 2 cataphracts. And that, 4 spearmen versus 2 cataphracts won't do well, but if Puppy keeps sending in spearmen, then it should be fine.
Yeah, he's up to 6 spears, 6 horsemen. One thing I know Beastie is great at doing is that cataphract. It might not actually go straight to his home base. It might head over to Puppy's side.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at Beastie, he has 10 olive oil in the bank, so he's not going to be affording any contract units for a while. You need 500 for longbows, 480 for land snakes, and all that stuff.
Look at his main TC. He has 27 villagers on sheet.
Yeah.
That's not going to last too long.
Nope.
That's all his food.
And first cataphract about to be out. BC trying to raid with his horsemen. Again, this is the smart thing you see a lot of players like BC, Puppy, Wham, all those players do, is they try to go for reinforcements. But again, there's already spears back there. And Puppy, recognizing that Puppy does retreat.
I feel like he needed to keep up the pressure, though.
I think he does, but I think he also recognizes that he only had 5 spears there. A couple of cataphracts is going to be able to clean him up. So rather than lose all his units, he's just going to kind of gather, build his army again, and then he can maybe put on the pressure once more. And you got to remember, the Cistern of the First Hill does have flasks which allow healing, and then there's Triumph ability as well. So if he stayed there, he was going to lose everything.
Those horsemen still providing some annoyance. The 9 over those berry villagers. Puppy Paw not quite yet to those Castle Age resources. Cataphract on top of those villagers on his gold vein.
Has lost 2 villagers, but okay, no, he gulped it up, made sure not to lose it.
Gulp.
Oh wait, almost an over. Oh no!
Beastie, no!
So.
Oh my gosh, Gulp is nuts. He heals so much, but the other cataphract gets taken down. Another villager goes down, and another cataphract falls. Beastie.
Yeah, that's bad. He lost that. He lost his horseman and his scout. He just lost a ton of resources. Look at the destroyed value. 1,280 worth of stuff. That was... Losing 2 cataphracts like that is not worth. Because for those who don't know, cataphracts are 180 food and 150 gold. He just lost 360 food and 300 gold.
Yeah, he's got 1 cataphract out, and that is his only unit. That's it.
Oh, and he did use Triumph. Oh no, so he kind of wasted his Triumph ability too.
Yeah, he's trying to find a spot to raid, trying to find a spot to go in, but Puppy Paw is now full walled. Both TCs are nice and protected. He hasn't dropped a ton of farms, so that's like his one worry, but he doesn't need the farms. He just protected his berries. He just got a full set of deer behind him, and he has another set of berries that he hasn't even touched yet.
Yeah, and yeah, Puppy's sitting pretty. He's got a full, like you said, that full deer pack, 2 berries. He should be very happy with his position. He's now raiding, forcing Beastie off of the berries he was just on. Might even get a Vil Killer too.
Oh, great surround there. Just at least getting damage on a ton of those villagers. Might not have gotten kills, but more idle time and just overall damage in general. Spears, though, haven't moved forward, so those cataphracts will just make those horsemen circle right back and head on home.
Yeah, we got the second barracks being built. Now we have Varangian guards. You know what? Men-at-Arms for Byzantines, which have a special Berserk ability where they do +6 damage for 30 seconds, but they lose 4 armor in the process.
Puppy, though, look at what he's doing. It's the Burgrave. We got some burgers going. He's just going to get some upgrades on these spears. He's got 21 spears and then can start pumping out some men-at-arms as well. And just all of that food that Beastie needs that we were just talking about. Beastie has no farm transition. All of his food is so far out on the map and so easily idle.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the Burgrave. I feel like that's not necessary because he's already got 2. I mean, I know it's not 5 barracks, but he's got 2 barracks. But I guess he just really wants to kill BC in the Castle Age. And to be fair, he's going to probably be able to because there's no farm transition, no second town center. Puppy is ahead by 15 workers, and he's up 3-1 military.
Yeah, and he still has those horsemen in BC's base that BC can't really deal with that easily. Yeah, he has some men-at-arms there, or Varangian Guard, and but those are kind of slow, and the horseman will still cause that idle time that he needs.
Oh, you know why Puppy may not know is he isn't aware of 2 of the relics on the map, so he might think all the relics are being taken right now. Maybe that's why he did it.
Puppy still hardened spearman now, actually. Oh,
He tried to trample through spears, and that does not work, or at least it doesn't usually.
We see the gulp, but the gulp doesn't matter when you're surrounded by spears. All of those cataphracts go down except one just barely able to escape with his life. The crossbow's in the backside, just supporting, doing some extra damage to the Varangian Guard, and the horseman going for yet another circle.
Yep, and he's just chasing these down. Gulp indeed. Gotta love the gulps for the cataphracts. I do think it's funny that it actually says gulp when you use the ability. I find that hilarious.
BC actually losing those couple Varangian Guard, focused in on trying to send some others for some raiding party, but just hasn't been able to stabilize. And guess what? Puppy Paul's starting to mass up behind this. It's Expos. He's going to have the perfect counter unit to anything and everything that BC's making right now.
Yeah, and you can kind of see Beastie's starting to run out of food on the map. Deer are gone. He's got his berries, and then he does have another set of berries. Oh, look at this. Monk being taken care of before he can grab even a single relic.
And the berries that he just moved to get spotted out. Yeah, there's 2 Varangian Guard there, but no worries. Puppy Paw finding damage, gets a Vil kill, forcing the villagers away.
Walls opened up on the left. Here comes a Cataphract and 6 Varangian Guards, but Puppy's already ready for it. He's like, ha! Watch this, fellas. We're going to dominate these. Kinda? There we go.
There they are. So easily spotted out, and more importantly, he quickly re-walls. So now the units are stuck inside. So even if, yeah, Puppy has to chase him down, but should be able to close the distance. Wololo coming in. I think the units are going to die before him.
Yeah, they died. They died before they could even get converted.
And the crossbows do close the distance, clean those up. The one Cataphract still making its distance away, but more and more resources just continuing to go down the drain for Beastie, I feel like.
Yeah, and Puppy's at a 22 villager lead at the moment. Which again, that lead's only growing more and more as the game goes. Puppy has a good group of 13 farms now. And, BC's starting to mix in farms himself, but he's only got 3, although he does have 2 relics. Looks like Puppy's only getting 1 relic, and BC's going to get 4. I'm surprised that Puppy... Actually, I'm not surprised. Puppy and Wham, I don't know. I feel like they're not as much grabbing relics. Feels like a lot of times they forget.
Well, even still, it's the HRE. I feel like that's one of your higher priorities, but I think you kind of called it out. Puppy didn't scout a couple of those. I think he thought that a few of them were already gone, and at that point, you're like, why would I even make a monastery? Why would I even, focus on sending a bunch of these prelates out that early and quick? It's not a high priority, because instead, he needs to prioritize that Burgrave timing and have the Burgrave pay off.
Yep, exactly. And now we got to see what kind of the plan is to go forward. BC's playing not BC. Puppy's still being pretty defensive. He's spamming a lot of units. He still has 36 to 27. BC's main army is Limitani, which is the special spearmen, and Varangian Guards, and then some crossbows.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely outmatched on the military numbers. He's definitely outmatched in the eco behind this, especially considering Puppy. He's got inspiration on his side as well.
Oh, did he get that upgrade? No, okay. I thought maybe he got inspired.
Oh, that'd be nice. Inspired warriors.
Yeah.
Oh. And Puppy moves forward through the wall before it gets built. Crossbows on the backside. There's so many crossbows there. The front line of BC is getting crushed, but actually the spearmen Limitani not taking as much damage from those crossbows as they would if they were Varangian Guard.
Because they're in shield wall mode. So they take 50% less range damage. But their move speed and attack speed... Oh, wait. Yeah, but their movement and attack speed are down by 25%.
The wall does barely get built up, but the crossbows deal with that rather quickly. And Beastie, he's got deer, he's got one set of berries, and he's got 8 farms. I don't think the 8 farms are going, or 10 farms, I guess, olive groves are going to end up cutting it for him.
Look at Puppy's food income, 2.1k to the 800.
Yeah.
I mean, it's massive. Like, his economy is so good. BC's just now getting level 4 for the cisterns. Don't think it's going to be enough, though. And I think
Puppy's just fully online here.
And there's a good chance, by the way, this is the first time either player have played HRE versus Byzantines. You don't... The old civs aren't played against the new civs, so, you know, it's a thing that, you know, no one knows how to play the new civs against the old civs, really. Like, what... Maybe the best way to play against HRE as Byzantines is to go to town centers yourself.
Who knows? But one thing we do know is Beastie almost getting his military tripled, and there's no... I mean, it makes sense. He's getting his food tripled. His production's tripled over here, and Puppy Paul, he's about to just A-move into Beastie's base.
Yeah, and you know, if BC was hoping that this would be enough to get a win, Puppy, I don't see how BC's gonna hold this. 56 to 25 military. Puppy has the sacred sites. Puppy just has a massive ranged army. I mean, if BC wins this, he's the god of Byzantines.
Look at the queue as well. I mean, Puppy, he's constantly got, you know, 6 to 10 units in queue over and over again. There's just a stream of red coming across the map. Men-at-arms, crossbows. Men-at-arms, crossbows.
Yep, and we do see some longbows coming out from the mercenary contract, which are not upgraded yet. So these are just normal longbows.
Mangonel shot perfectly dodged, immediately sends the men-at-arms. It takes down the Mangonel. That was Beastie's one true hope.
And look how many units are still, like, just kind of chilling on this mill. There's still a lot. And, you know, Puppy does... Oh, I didn't notice BC made a second TC. But Puppy's up by almost 40 workers. He's now on the wood line, killing the workers. Mangonel emplacement being made, still 25 seconds away.
The crossbow group from BC, there's 5 crossbows left. They're getting cleared on up. The villagers, they got a wall to run out to. They're trying to circle around to the other side of the wood line, but Puppy, he's splitting these small unit masses all around to where BC's not going to have this little bit of extra eco he can just all of a sudden gather from. As I say that, though, he's about to have enough for a keep. He's probably going to try to drop a keep to secure himself.
Well, I think right now he's trying to drop. He keeps making Mangonel emplacements, so that might be his, you know, his one hope that he has. Oh, he was gonna make a keep, but stopped it. Okay, Mangonel emplacement out. That did a lot of damage to those crossbows. He's gonna try to place.
Crossbows.
So look at this. He's trying to place the keep right here by his tower, and it might go down. And so BC let's
look. No, look at what Puppy Paul's doing. He's got a keep. He's got double siege workshop. If BC drops this, Puppy is immediately going to siege this down.
Yeah, and this kind of comes down to, like, look, BC's quote-unquote holding, but he's down to 60 workers to 109. Military-wise, he's down by 10x the amount, or 10 times the amount. Well, now it's not because he made another one, but... Yeah, like, Puppy's not... I don't see Puppy letting this happen. Look at this. He's got units over here. He is aware that BC is out of gold. Immediately denies this, so he cannot grab this gold over here.
Yep. He's still been on the east side, Barry. Still been on that east side gold. And now that the keep is finished, the siege workshop is finished, this is where now Puppy Paul has drawn his line in the sand and just gets to siege down the whole base. So much for those Mangonel emplacements. A trebuchet will take down that outpost very quickly.
Yeah, you know, 62 to 114. You know, this is where I've noticed Puppy I really feel like Puppy's, you know, was in a little bit of slump the past couple tournaments, and I can just see, like, I can see he's in really good form right now. He's constantly making sure, like, again, making sure that BC wasn't on that gold. He's got his keeps. He's got 3 siege workshops. He's got trebuchets. He's already going to take this down, and you know, Beastie has 1 trebuchet, but I don't think that's going to stay alive for very long. And recognizing it, he calls GG, and Puppy takes game number 2 and ties the series 1-1.
We are going the distance here in this quarter final to the final game, Byzantines was not able to stabilize, was not able to keep alive from the onslaught after Castle Age.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at the eco tab, 10,000 more food, 3,000 more gold, 4,000 more wood for Puppy. He was up in every resource but stone. Definitely a good game by the Puppinator.
But game number 3, we'll get to see what the civs are gonna end up being. We'll get to see what we have in store.
Yeah, exactly. And I know people are saying, you know, Byzantines need a buff. I just want to state that I think Byzantines is a very complex civ, and they're going to take time to figure out.
I agree. I actually heard Mista talking about it, that he was like, the civ's awesome. It's just like he said, there's so many different things you can do. There's so many different ways you can play. So it will take a lot of fine tuning there.
Yeah, I think people expect, like, it reminds me when Malians came out. Like, yes, Malians got some small buffs, but, you know, once the fast castle build was kind of figured out, which was even came in before a lot of the, like, the buffs, it's, you know, it just takes time for civs to be figured out. And Byzantines is a very complex civ. They are not an easy civ to play. There's so many ways you can play it. You know, is fast castle the way? Is 2TC the play? I think it depends on the matchups too. No one has any experience playing against the old civs with the new civs, so no one knows what they should do.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of the things I always laugh about is how long it took us to figure out that warrior scouts were like this unbelievably impossible unit to deal with, and then it was like, now they need to get nerfed to the ground.
yeah. There's just a lot of information. All right, so we've got Byzantines for Puppy, French for Beastie.
I like this matchup. I'm excited to see this one.
And this is on Himayama, at least the first one I've casted today.
So one of the things that I know you can do, which obviously Puppy is not doing it because he's starting on all the food, and BC starting on all the food, would be if you actually wanted to take this water, you can the Akratoy defense, you can use your villagers to actually deny any of your opponent from trying to do so as well.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, that's one thing. And, you know, with that aqueduct, yeah, the cistern, because you're talking about the cistern defense, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just making sure I understood it correctly. And that, you know, it actually does a lot of damage. Like when horsemen or knights, like they actually destroy knights too. Like when you get 8 villagers on the knights, it actually kills them pretty quickly.
Yep, absolutely nuts. But it looks like both of these players are saying, no, we know this map. We have played this map. The water is a bait. So neither player going to take it at all here to start off. No dock being dropped, just OGs, just normal openings.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, is it really worth skipping the water on here or not? Because it feels like no one goes for the win. Or goes for the water, not the win. And the thing is, I don't know if it is worth going water because, yeah, you can invest 150 wood into a dock. You can make 4 fishing ships, but that's also a second town center because those fishing ships are very temporary. It's only 2,000 food.
Yep. Goes away quite quickly. You really have to have that time, like almost like the timing to pay off. It's like, why did you go the dock? Are you going to have this pay off? But it's also a sacrifice to have it pay off, that if your opponent has this quicker feudal timing, immediately focuses down your middle pawns, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I'm very curious how Puppy's going to play this because he had to have guessed that there's a good chance that BC's going to pick Byzantines for him. And
I think he assumed that.
Wait, did the stream die again?
No.
Okay.
I think you're good.
Okay. Whew. I was gonna be, God, I'm gonna be pissed if that happens again.
Oh, Beastie though, dropping in 9 sheep at home, plenty of food under his town center for the long haul, which French love to see, just nonstop being able to spam some night production, that W key. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I saw the Grand Winery and I was kind of appalled because the Hippodrome really allows you to almost have your own military footing like the French.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, is cataphracts are stronger than royal knights, even in Castle Age, even if they have royal bloodlines, I believe, aren't they? Or am I wrong on that?
You are correct. The royal knights have 310 health in Castle Age, and the cataphracts are what, 360?
Yeah, 360. And they have an upgrade to give them an extra armor too. Now, of course, it is a lot harder to mass cataphracts. They are, again, 150 gold, 180 food compared to 140 food, 100 gold. So,
That being said, one of the things that Byzantines can utilize quite effectively is horsemen. Even though, yes, they're weaker than knights, you don't always have to take the head-on engagement. So you use that mobility to poke and prod, be annoying, and kind of get to that point where you can be massing up whatever else you want behind it, because you expect BC to be going with the typical knight archer.
yeah, we see a barracks already coming out. Again, smart play. And I wonder if BC's going to end up using his villagers to grab these fish. Wouldn't be like, you know, it seems like a smart idea to me. Go for the shoreline fish because you can with your villagers instead, right? It's faster to gathering than a boar, and it is right there. And French typically does have map control.
I would say yes, but except for the fact of what I just talked about, those horsemen, they're going to constantly poke and prod. And yeah, your knights are going to be able to take down horsemen, but you don't want your knights to be fighting horsemen and defending your villagers. You want your knights being the aggressor, being on the opponent side of the map.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think BC would do it immediately. I think if he was to take that middle, it's once he's like really secured himself. And, you know, here we see the first spearman coming out. Looks like, oh, I thought it was going to go straight to the middle. I was like, does Puppy not know that he hasn't taken the middle? But there we go. And I don't think Puppy has gotten many sheep. Let's find out how many sheep he's gotten. Yeah, he has 6 sheep and that's it. Compared to Beastie, who has 12 sheep. So, you know, this is not good for Byzantines because he's going to be forced on those berries a lot earlier than he'd probably want to be.
But look at what the choice is from Beastie. He's going for the stone. He's going for the second TC. And this almost opens up a 1 TC Byzantines play for me in my eyes. I want to kind of see if that's what Puppy goes for. See if he can turn around and get some aggression.
I love how they both passed each other. You know, knight and horseman just walked right by. Gotta love it.
Yeah, there's no worries. And then that hardened Limitane is just chilling by the wood line, exactly where they need to be.
Yeah, and so horseman trying to go for gold. Obviously, there's going to be nothing on the gold. And let's kind of see where this kind of goes from here. The second cistern could be placed down by Puppy if he wants. He does have enough stone for it. Horseman going to get hit. Nope, never mind. Still avoids it.
A couple of those spears actually decide to head across the map. That way they can get some aggression down. And the other spears, they're still protecting where they need to. So, you know, again, if you're making units, you want to be doing something with them. And that is exactly what Puppy Paw is trying to do.
Yep, you typically don't want to make units and then not do anything with them for 10 minutes. That's usually not the play. It means you could have used those resources elsewhere, especially this early in the game.
Puppy Paw makes his 2 olive groves early on. Hasn't decided to go on to the berries on the front side. No mill play yet.
Oh, here's the knight, but Puppy is aware of it. And I mean, it's one of those things, right, where, you know, Puppy's aware that he doesn't have the best, he doesn't have a lot of sheep, so he's got to start mixing the olive groves early. Otherwise, he's going to run into a problem where he has 0 food income, and then he just dies because he can't make food or can't make anything.
Yeah, but this is at least nice for him. He's gonna get some extra, you know, olive oil production. He's got some extra food that's nice and safe. He's got a heavy amount of vills back onto the stone, so looks like he is wanting to either expand the cistern play here or drop a second TC and match the opponent.
Oh, look at this. Villager. I don't think a villager will go down, but did take him off gold for a little bit. BC still doesn't have the wood for his second TC, so neither player having 2 TCs yet. Not sure what Puppy's plan is yet, because he is gathering a lot of stone. I'm guessing 2 TC as well, but he's going to be late just like Beastie is. Because if you look at Beastie, he still hasn't started it. He's actually throwing down an archery range instead. So he's got 380 stone in the bank for whenever he does decide to throw down that second town center.
Yeah, this is one of those where I feel like you kind of get baited when you scouted out your opponent's stone. You're like, oh, he's got the second TC down. It's like, no, it's not down yet, but you don't know that until you see the second town center. The horsemen, though, they're circling. They're trying to at least pick off this one knight as they can use that mobility and just constantly get some damage down.
Yeah, and Puppy throwing down more walls. I don't think Puppy knows about this section here where he's, you know, Knights can go through there. I don't think he realizes that.
Yeah, all the way on the eastern side, wide open.
And second TC is going down for Beastie here, and Puppy is also going to be making his second TC. He's going to obviously make his a little bit safer than Beastie's, because again, the difference between Knights and Horsemen is a big deal. Knights, it's kind of secure that map control, whereas Horsemen, they can't as much.
Think about the location for BC though. If Puppy had gone all into military, this would just be such an easy thing to deny down, I feel like. But he went to his own second TC himself. He's going to have the cisterns expanded out. So yeah, BCs are going to be working a little faster, but Puppy's villagers should be working a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's true. He's about to have a 10% buff on his food gathering rate, because as his second cistern is finally connected. Or, well, about to be. Now it's connected. Nope, it's not connected. Oh, he's not 100% there. I've done this before. It is, with cisterns sometimes, it can be a little, I don't know if it's buggy or just, maybe just misclick, but yeah, he needs to connect it. I wonder if he'll notice it.
Horsemen are still circling around trying to find some damage. BC does have an outpost on his gold now, though. And he's building an outpost on the TC. This is actually what I heard a lot of, like, when I heard talks about TC nerf and like what should they do with the TC nerf, how should they nerf it, should they make it cost more resources, have, you know, less range, whatever. It was like, well, if you're gonna make it have less resources, just it's gonna be an essential extra 100 wood because you're gonna drop a tower next to it and now you're gonna have 12 spots.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just it's really not as big of a nerf as it seemed. Like, I still think 2TC is going to be, you know, the meta. And oh, looks like he used Triumph ability. He's trying to just kill these archers because there's no defense.
Yeah. Villagers even pull out the shivs. The archers getting focused down first, and I believe all of them should get taken out.
Most
a villager quite low health.
Now, was that worth it? I mean, he did kill all the archers pretty much. Like, BC's down to 4 archers. He had a lot more. So that part's nice. But then he did lose 4 horsemen and a scout for it. Was that worth it? I'm not so sure. Oh, and Puppy never got the Explorators upgrade. He's just now getting it. Which, by the way, meant he probably would have killed one of those villagers.
One of those villagers was definitely at 6 health, which means the horseman hit it multiple times, would have 100% gone down.
Yep, which means that would have been 20 gold. So that's a little bit of a bummer. It looks like Puppy has not gotten the border settlements for the houses. I legitimately think most players don't know about this upgrade, by the way.
Yeah, we saw how effective it was for Anatan. It allowed his vision just to be so crucial. It allowed him to have the knowledge of everything that was going on the other side. Beastie circling around with his horsemen, his cavalry, but the walls from Puppy, the TC from Puppy, just proven to be a good old defense.
Yeah, exactly. And we do see longbows coming out now for Puppy. Puppy is also moving to his second berry pack. And, you know, the food gather rate right now, heavily in favor of Beastie. He's at 1,000 food, 1,100 food per minute to 650. But, you know, with the Limitane spears. And, yeah, guys, the cistern is not connected, and Puppy hasn't noticed it yet. And I wonder what the
And that's where that food would be just a little bit more. Villagers not able to be taken down. Look at that micro from Puppy Paw. Jumps out, puts the low health villager inside, and just makes sure that that low health villager will not fall.
Yeah, it's a, you know, that's what good players can do. They can do stuff like that. Me, I would have just been like, well, I lost a villager, but at least I saved 5.
Yeah, the outpost works. See?
But that's what would have happened to me. But that's what you know. That's one of the many things that's the difference between me and Puppy, or me and Beastie, and all those players. And again, Knights. You know, I wonder if you know. I was gonna say Beastie's gonna go castle, but no, he's not. He's definitely focusing on feudal aggression. Does get the knight, which is nice.
Knight on the backside gets taken down, but Puppy, he's got a lot of vills on the berries. Perfectly pulls back. Some horsemen circled around, dove into the knight mass, but just wants the Limitane to close the gap, and 2 horsemen immediately fall.
Yeah, and a second set of longbows incoming, so that's very nice. I mean, military-wise, Puppy's actually ahead of Beastie at the moment. Beastie is also, you know, taking some damage on his knights, and it's kind of funny that these... I guarantee it, neither of these players know the best way to play this matchup. Like, it's just like, it's so interesting to see, and I'm glad we're seeing matchups like this finally, because no one knows. Like, people are just guessing.
Beastie starting to move out on the southern side. He's been massing archers next to that TC for a while. Just waiting, watching, and it would be a great, you know, leg up on your opponent, kind of just jumping in, but Puppy knew he's been making archers, and Puppy has his own longbows and horsemen himself. So Puppy's on like the 1-1-1, whereas Beastie is just on the knight archers.
Yeah, here's the one thing right now is Puppy is just now getting his blacksmith techs, which is good because BC has both of his, and he still hasn't connected that cistern. Oh, it makes me so sad. I just want to be like, Puppy, please connect the cistern.
Oh, he's making a second cistern, and
Maybe.
he still hasn't realized.
But interestingly enough, it looked like BC was going to make rams and decided to cancel that idea.
I think he realized just how much of a military kind of advantage Puppy had, or how many units Puppy actually had. He's been respecting this mass from Beastie constantly and had the correct unit composition to counteract it.
Yeah, and we do see a wall going down. Another set of longbows about to pop, you know, once Puppy builds houses. Oh, Knight's getting poked. Does Beastie have his... oh, he's getting it now. Chivalry is on the way as we speak. And how many longbows is that? Is that going to be... yeah, 15 longbows now for Puppy.
That's no joke. I mean, that's a good little bit. They got a lot of range. They're able to snipe down a lot of the units on the other side. He's got level 2 cisterns. Still not the third.
Oh, I just want to... Puppy, please. Please, Puppy, notice. It's driving me crazy. I mean, it's really easy not to notice, so it's like, I get it. I really do.
And BC, he's been trying to find somewhere to pressure, somewhere to aggress, but Puppy, he's just constantly been there. Almost diving into some knights. Decides not to do so. Longbow's going to use that range, though, behind the wall so effectively.
Yeah, one thing to note is BC is taking Puppy's second deer pack now. And Ottomans, or sorry, not Ottomans. Yeah, he can take the boar, Puppy, if he can survive this attack. We'll see if he survives the attack. Shield wall is activated. Here's the thing: those longbows, he still has 12. He's focusing on the archers. He has 19 spears, which, you know, are kind of staying alive at the moment. Longbows being focused down now. Oh, this is. I think this is going.
This is looking bad for Puppy.
Yeah, I think this is looking very bad for Puppy. And Puppy, I think Puppy was thinking of going castle.
He was, and he takes the fight while he's thinking about castle. The villagers out on the deer now being focused as well. He got his whole entire military cleaned up.
Yeah, I think Puppy was planning on going castle and then had that taken away from him when Beastie attacked. Maybe he thought that fight would go a little bit better. Or maybe he thought Beastie was going castle himself, and now I think Puppy... I think he's in a lot of trouble. And there's enough archers to where those horsemen are just melting.
Yeah, the horsemen don't really mean anything. The longbows don't mean anything. The knights have something to say about those, and there are gaping holes in the walls. The walls are only good as the weakest link, and those links are wide open.
Yeah, we do see more production buildings being spammed out as Puppy realizes the severity of the situation. You know, he's got more and more horsemen coming. Don't know what those villagers were doing, but they were doing something. Oh, trying to build that stable.
Oh no, but he's kiting. BC just kited right back into the villagers. Look at how many villagers are falling.
Yep. 11 workers. All the horsemen are gone. Oh no, the backwood line. I suspect.
This is it.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Is going to be it. BC behind this is just booming on the eco. He's got 43 units to 8. And now all of these villagers that are falling for Puppey, they pull out their shivs. They try to help the best that they can, but it's not going to matter. Look at the reinforcements from BC. Rams being dropped, 3 of them at that. And you can say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that, you know, that Puppey did end up choosing French for BC. I would have thought he would have done something like maybe, I don't know, maybe even, I mean, I guess not HRE because that's kind of BC's specialty. He loves his HRE. But, you know, any other Civ really feels like it would have been a better option.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he had some opportunities here, but I just feel like it just wasn't quite the full beginning to end. The map spawn wasn't the greatest for him, and honestly, he just now realizes it. The extra 5%, that could have been him being at Castle Age. That could have been an extra couple units out. That could really be a huge difference. Yeah,
it's true. It's one of those things where it really can make a huge difference because 15% and 10% gather rate increase can be pretty crazy. Now, you know, there's a 35 worker lead for Beastie at the moment. Might lose a Ram.
The losing a Ram, the least of the worries. Knights diving into the opposite side. I mean, he's got double the Knights compared to the Spears on the other side. That's a situation you always want to be in if you're the French player.
Yep. Oh, lost. He just finally got that sister connection, and it's now broken. Didn't last very long, but hey, at least he did notice it eventually. You know, they're one last kind of trying to fight here.
Under the TC, only 7 slots in there though, not nearly doing as much as it used to, but even if it were 10, don't think it would be mattering. Just too much here from BC, who wants to secure this final game of the series and looks like he will.
Yeah, I think Beastie has this, and I foresee, I mean, I don't see how Puppey can win this from here, but you know, if he can, I would be...
Eat a shoe.
You know, a shoe sounds kind of yummy right now. No, just kidding.
All right, going ahead. Ram finally taking down that second TC. Well, actually, before it falls, Puppey throws in the towel, and Beastie taking the series 2-1.
Yes, that was a very action-packed series, I would say. I think, I mean, yeah, were pretty aggressive pretty much all 3 games. It was a very good series. And now, you just kind of see that here. Again, that game could have gone very differently. I really do think so. I think Puppey was just, he was trying to go castle and then took a bad fight, you know, took that fight and then he was just dead from there. What is the Biz win rate in this tournament? That's a good question.
100%.
Byzantine did win a game, I think, right?
I would say so.
Did Anatan win with Byzantine?
Yes, he...
No, because he won...
Yeah.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, Anatan did. He won against Byzantine. He won with Byzantine in the game before, too. So, yeah, he did. Anatan has multiple Byzantine wins.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's kind of take a look. So I believe Wham. Someone told me that Wham beat Vortex, but it's not updated. So is that true? Let's find out.
Yes.
Looks like it is true. Wham.
Shamblehill and Forts, both 17-minute games. Wham beat him Byzantine versus Chinese, and then Wham beat him Order of the Dragon versus Byzantines.
Interesting that he chose China for Vortex. That's what he would do to me. He'd make me play China.
Looks like Wham went with the 2 TC order play, and against China, looks like he went multiple TCs there, and it was all feudal age. For the Byzantine versus China.
Yeah, they just needed the the Canadian brothers just needed the expansion hype to really get themselves in top tier form once again. All right, let's see. Let's look at the brackets here. So currently,
The bottom side is filled out. It's going to be Beastie versus Wham.
yeah, BC versus Wham tomorrow, and then Lucifron is still waiting for Numadon and Valdemar, which I think might have actually just finished. I'm not sure. And then Louis and Anatan are playing their series at the moment. All right, I gotta be right back in a couple minutes. My dog is driving me crazy. She needs I need to take her outside, I think.
I know that feeling there. It's all good. Take
Yeah.
that break, and it looks like Anatan and Louis are in game 2. Louis took game number 1.
We might jump into that here, but I'm gonna need just a couple minutes. So
Alright.
entertain the chat real quick. I'll be right back.
I have the power. Numenor versus Valdemar is not over. I believe they are currently in game number 3. Let me double check though. Numenor took one game with Order versus ABBA. I can't believe you picked Valdemar for ABBA. Valdemar won HRE versus Byzantine. That was a 53-minute game. All right. Now they're about like 15 minutes or so into game number 3. What up? Let's go. I haven't been playing English. I'm in a Ubits main now. Come on now. I will stab everybody from the shadows if we're playing Dark and Darker, that's for sure. We're playing Dark and Darker now. Everyone get ready. Valdemar won. Oh, yeah, you're right. Valdemar won with ABBA versus Order. I had it flipped. I thought I was looking at Valdemar. So Numenor won Byzantine versus HRE late game, and Numenor lost against ABBA. Correct. Can we get a dab, Dr. Dab? I have not taken a dab since like game 3 of today. I can try to sneak a dab in, but the thing is I gotta mute myself while I got it going. Zero does not hate that game. Zero's a mega pro at Dark and Darker Sniper. You know what's funny is yesterday I was like, where's Zero? We need to get him back on the Dark and Darker trade. Oh, a hand dab? Oh, that's not the type of dabs that I do. Dabs make me clear. Come on now. Do I ever go outside? Yes, I do. Thank you for that.
All right, I'm back. Hope you guys.
Blade's back, everybody. They were all enjoying.
Hopefully they weren't too disappointed. Why go outside? AoE's inside.
Yeah. Valdemar and Numenor are in game 3 already, like 15 minutes in or so. So Anatan series is probably the one to jump into.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. That was a short treatment. Well, she's old. She's 9.5. She doesn't need as much running. She was done running. She's the one that stopped. She's like, I'm done running. She's like, I don't want to run anymore. I was like, okay, well, I guess we go back inside.
I didn't mean to invite you. You invite me.
It's okay. I forgive you. Yes, the semifinals start tomorrow at the same time.
Dude, so Byzantine beat HRE in a 53-minute game between Numenor and Valdemar.
Wow. That's a long one.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. HRE late game getting taken down. I wonder what the relic difference was.
Yeah, I do too. Louis and Anatan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go right into that one.
I believe they're in game 2, and I believe they're probably pretty far in here.
Correct, 0. Semifinals are best of 3, finals are best of 5. That is correct. By Tor, you are the champion. Champion.
I'm game for this matchup.
Ooh, Order of the Dragon versus Ayabids. How to watch earlier game? You can watch the VOD, or you can load up their replays.
Or they'll be on Blade's
Or my YouTube, yeah.
post.
Let me just remove some from my stream real quick. There we go. All right, and let's get into games. This is game number 2.
Game 2, Louis is up 1-0.
Okay, so let's remove Anatan. Okay, let's go into it.
And we are in it. Anatan heading on over to the gold already, over to the berries, and Order doing the same similar opening that we've seen.
Yeah, so we're seeing, Order has been definitely the civ we've probably seen the most at this point. I think you would agree with. And
Yeah.
Ayabids, we've actually seen more than I thought we would, to be honest.
Significantly more than I thought. That being said, though, they've been ones that I feel like are going to be that civ that, like, once someone masters, they're going to be super, super strong because of how many different ways you can build them. But we'll see that for the time being. No one has messed with, like, what I would call, like, almost trying to play it like ABBA, which is you go for the bottom eco wing tech, getting 300 wood, and you can get like a second TC dropped in before the 5-minute mark when you're starting it.
I've done it, but I actually think I do not think it's the way to play though.
Yeah, I think the Bazaar is still my go-to.
Yeah, I think I think 1 TC plays almost like at least to start off is like really good, like a 1 TC fast castle or something. I mean, I don't know too much because I haven't played too much of them, but that's been what I've seen a lot of people doing.
Absolutely. Circling around, we saw the scouting pattern from Louis. He headed right towards Anatan's base quite quickly. I guess he just made sure that there wasn't any funny business as far as some weird openings, 9 gold or anything like that, but has been able to pick up a fair bit of sheep from the other side.
Yeah, and I'm very curious what does Anatan have much experience with Ayabids? I would assume so, just because again I bet he's been mastering the new civs like everyone else. So I'm curious.
You also have to. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Louis was expecting him to be given Order of the Dragon and has like a build order planned, like some sort, maybe an aggressive build order or something.
It was so Anatan's doing the Beastie Bazaar build. So this is the one where like this is the true Bazaar build. So heavy onto the gold here. He moved up back over to the food. So right when he's getting up to feudal age, he should have enough for essentially like almost 3 tickets, and he's gonna be having wheelbarrow queued up in just a little bit.
Okay, and we have the Akin Chapel from Louis. And he's already pulled 3 villagers to wood, 6 he has actually had a sheep. He's gotta get his gotta get that scout back.
It will end up arriving home in time, but never something that you feel good about doing when you have to pull off of that food. He still has 1 more villager in queue. Needs to go back on that sheep pretty heavily before.
Yeah, he should have enough. In 18 seconds, I'm sure he'll be fine. And age up here will be done in 30 seconds for Ayabids. And we do see the scout kind of just doing scout things, looking for sheep and all that. Let's kind of look at their Anatan's vision. Yeah, so he's just going to be looking over here, which there's no sheep.
I'm just waiting for this 10 seconds. I want to see what tickets he ends up getting. You can see he actually didn't even opt for the wheelbarrow. He's going to have enough for 3 tickets immediately, right off the bat.
And you get 4, right? 4 every 4 minutes or something?
Total. 4 every 3 minutes, yep.
3 minutes.
So double villagers, double swordsman. It would be my choice right off the bat. And that's exactly what he chooses. Doesn't have the house finished. And there it is, though. Villagers, hello, chill. Chill, buddy.
No. You bring the villagers. This is the tower rush, baby. Actually, I'm just kidding, but I wonder if it actually might be. Nope,
No,
it's
it's
not.
And there's the wheelbarrow. So this is where a little bit of oversight. I think you can get this as you're aging up. Comes in way earlier. But as far as the tickets go, those are two of the preferred tickets, I would say. Villagers is your favorite one to see right off the bat.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the two swordsmen are coming across. The outpost is going to be done. And what is so Louis is not planning anything aggressive. He's not really banking any wood. He's got wheelbarrow. He's got arrow slits on his tower. Looks to me like maybe he might try a castle age. Interestingly enough, he went on his berries instead of his sheep.
This is actually, if I'm Anatan, I use the other ticket. I buy food here, and I go for the culture wing advancement in just a little bit. Because what these two swordsmen should do is cause enough annoyance, enough idle time to allow your Castle Age to easily outbeat your opponents.
Now here's the question: who can get Castle Age faster, Sushi Legacy or
Sushi?
Okay, Sushi. It is faster than Iabid's.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I know that. Because I think that Civ can be Castle Age by what, 545 or something ridiculous.
Okay, Ubits is probably around there. I think Sushi can get a little faster, but I think it kind of depends on how well you're set up. Swordsman back onto the berries now, so again, just causing some annoyance. Louis pulls back the lower health vills. He's got plenty of sheep under his town center, just ready and waiting. So he kind of planned on this earlier on, wanted to grab the food as he can, and still is, before falling back later on.
Yeah, and we do see, he's taken off of berries. I'm just surprised he went from sheep to berries. I'd be very curious why he decided to do that.
Anatan's going to fast castle here in a little bit. That's definitely his plan.
Yeah, I think they're both definitely going to fast castle. No doubt about it in my mind. And we see, just kind of denying the berries, but not really doing too much else. But hey, it's better than doing nothing with them, right? It's good to do something. We do see the first Desert Raider. Now, this could be kind of annoying, I think, because I don't know the Desert Raider range, but it's...
I think the arrow slits outpost will still do damage to it.
I think it will, too.
But Anatan, this forced drop-off, he just needs to force drop off the food. He's clicking up. There you go. Easy as that. So with producing a Desert Raider, with making an archery range, stables, and using the gold for the trades and getting wheelbarrow, he's still able to click up and have like a pre-8 minute Castle Age, which is nuts.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty nuts how fast, and he's gonna be there quickly, right? He's gonna be there in 35 seconds, and Louis isn't. He's getting close to that Castle Age. But he's still got, a little bit to go before he can.
Now Anatan, his ticket's refreshed. He has to wait for Castle Age to finish now because he did. Sometimes you'll want to do the tickets earlier, but he now can go ahead, hire some traders. As Louis, what military does he have out to deny traders right now?
Yeah, exactly. He has nothing.
One trip pays off. You get two traders for 125. It's unbelievable.
And he has 3 for the stone gathering too, so he could theoretically buy like 375 or 450 stone.
Yep.
If he wanted to. All right, Ragnit's coming on. Archery and you know what? Louis like, we're doing everything. Archery range, barracks, stable. Let's go.
1-1-1, little bit of everything. Anatan has not used the tickets yet. He's got 300 gold in there. I love this now. Anatan's splitting his military. He's going to try to full deny that wood line. Louis doesn't have a ton of wood now for himself. He used all of that, but I guess he's got what he needed, which is the 3 production buildings.
Yeah, and so he doesn't really need the wood. He's got enough. He's got 14 supply open, so he's good there. Ragnitz is almost completed. And the question is, Anatan doesn't have any wood, right? So he can't go and steal any relics. Oh, no, yes, he does. He does have a monastery. He's going straight for the relics right now.
Yep. The cambulances are coming out.
Yeah, and I don't know what can Louis do about it? Even if, it takes 42 seconds for a Gilded Knight. I mean, he'll be lucky to get 2 relics, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking, and you can see where Anatan's already sending out a Camel Lancer. It's to the far side relic that Louis is definitely going to go for first. The other one's total mid-map next to the Sacred Site that Anatan should secure as well.
Yeah, and if he gets that, I legitimately think. I mean, Louis might be lucky to get one relic if he doesn't get if he can't secure this. He does have a
Oh, looks
Gilded
like the
Knight.
prelate's moving out to the middle. He might actually be able to. Oh no, I lied. There's another Camel Lancer.
Oh yeah, Anatan's on top of it. He knows.
Louis has snuck out to the berries again while the swordsmen have just been burning down the chapel, but he looks to be running low on the sheep and needs to regain some map control.
Yeah, so he's gonna lose his first or he might lose 2 prelates here. Oh, look at Louis. He's actually going for the left sacred site, top left.
Oh, Anatan didn't react to the middle one. Camel Lancer was sitting there. It didn't move.
What? Oh no, that should not have happened. Gilded Knight over here taking on a Desert Raider and 2 of those.
That's a cheat. Oh my. He realizes now. He's gonna head towards the base.
And look, Louis noticed that was there, and he went up an odd direction to try to avoid them, but it's gonna be found out though.
And will be found out. Scout gets taken out. First relic though on the west side does end up getting taken by that first camel.
Yep, and then if you look up top though, Louis did secure that other relic, so he is gonna be. So he might be able to get 2 relics here. He might be able to secure this one. I think
honestly, if I'm Anatan, I drop this other relic and try to go get that forward one away.
Ooh, yeah, that would be a smart idea. But not going to happen. He's going to secure that relic, takes it back, runs away. And he should secure 2 relics, which is, good. He's going to try to go... Oh, he's going to try to get that third one. There's a Gilded Knight going to try to stop the Dervish.
That second relic still hasn't been fully secured, but Anatan, he just now pulls back. He's going to have to go. He sees the Gilded Knight and knows that he's going to have to focus that way. But more importantly, if he sees Louis' food situation,
yep,
he could just hit home on the berries.
I was just about to say that because, yeah, he's on that berries in the mid-open. Like, it's not a good spot to be in. Looks like the Dorvish is going to die, maybe? Well, actually, Dorvish is fast. Holy cow. It's as fast as a knight. I didn't know that. 162, 162. That's crazy.
There is a prelate, though, slowly sneaking his way back around. The 4 Lancers are here, ready and waiting this time. A wall's being built by Louis, so it's trying to secure some more of that map control, that map side that we were just talking about being super vulnerable. But there's the relic secured for Anatan.
I like that prelate. It saw those Lancers like, nope, I'm out. Immediately turned around. And not just a little bit, not to like try to grab the relic later. Nope, it's going all the way back home.
Yep. Might as well go inspire some economy because you don't have that kind of same inspiration as the HRE.
Yeah, and what is Louis doing at the left? Do you see that? He has his prelate with his army. He doesn't have
Oh. They're just healing up healing up, maybe trying to kill that one Desert Raider?
Yeah, I mean he doesn't have inspired warriors. Looks like he is going to get the Desert Raider. Yeah, you can't make a mistake against 3 Gilded Spearmen. Those like one-shot knights.
Yep. Yes, they do. 40 damage, extra damage to cavalry. If he upgraded them to the veterancy, I think it's 46 extra damage to cavalry, and they're about to be upgraded.
Oh, yep, 46. You're right. So that means they're doing 60 damage a shot to cavalry.
Unreal. One of the Gilded Knights was able to sneak on and hit some of the eco of Anatan's. No villager kills yet. Anatan says, all right, I'm building the wall.
Yep, Anatan kind of did what Louis did. Louis decided to build the wall as well. He's about to be done with his berries. He is on the deer pack, and it looks like he's going to try to sneak that other deer pack on the top left.
Making sure to invest into an outpost first, it looks like.
Yep, which I think is smart.
Yeah, especially with how important these villagers are for order. Losing one villager for order so much more important than, or more hurtful than losing villagers for other civs.
Yeah, and I wonder, there's no, is there no 2 TCs, right? It's just, yeah, 1 TC for Iabid so far. He can make traders, but he's still not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure really if he used the last tickets and they just refreshed again.
I think they just refreshed. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been using them.
Because might as well go ahead and use a couple of these swordsmen. Considering it's a whole infantry army, those swordsmen get extra damage to all infantry.
Yeah. And Sacred Site's being taken. Louis just kind of chilling.
Lots of camels.
Yeah, that is
lots
a lot.
of camels.
Yeah, I don't know if 4 spears is enough for for 7 camel lancers. Not sure.
He is moving out, and Louis moving out without a scout here. He sees some of those camel lancers running on around. Anatan spots out that army. There's a good amount of gilded crossbows, though, and that's really the scary part. I think he has enough to deal with that.
Yes, I forgot about the crossbows, and those things do a lot of damage. They're doing, like I said, they're doing 34 damage a shot to those camel lancers, and they only have 210 health. So it doesn't take much. All right, now
Look at the food difference right now. Anatan's on 400 food per minute. Louis sitting on 1,400. I feel like Anatan's about to need a farm transition or just a lot more on food.
he's going towards. He's moving 9 villagers over to the berries, and which is by the deer pack. So he'll be able to take those. I assume he also can use the market to buy food too. I mean, he has a ton of gold, right?
And there he goes. He finally uses the tickets, buys 6 traders.
Yeah, and these camel lancers just moving around the base, trying to do some damage here. Oh, he was gonna dive him, and he's like, wait, nope, as he gets 1 shot.
Oh, a couple of those Gilded Knights finding some of the traders, finding some of the villagers. 1 trader falls, but both of the Gilded Knights should end up falling as well. Another trader goes down.
Man, those Gilded Knights are so tanky with 400 health.
Yeah, I keep thinking they're gonna die super fast, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, they're still running. They're still running.
Yeah, it's like they get tickled by every unit, I swear. Oh, and Palace of Swabia coming out for Louis. He's going to go to that Imperial Age, and this is going to really put a timer on Anatan because he's only on 1 TC. He is ahead by 17 eco, but that's going to quickly change with this Palace of Swabia.
And 17 eco doesn't really tell the whole story when you're playing against Order, who obviously have stronger villagers, and he went with the chapel.
Yeah, and better gather rate too. Now the thing is Louis doesn't have a single farm yet. He is.
That is a big worry, as his main whole entire food is all the way up here in the west side that Anatan spots out. There's a sprinkled outpost though.
Mangonel coming out though.
Yeah, Louis just needs to do a big farm transition all around that chapel.
Yeah, he needs that farm transition soon. Like his food gather rate is about to completely plummet. Now what he could do, yeah, he could go for the boar. He could try to take that. It's not too far from his walls, but still probably a bit risky. And actually, he's gathering. He put 18 villagers onto stone, so he wants to get a keep, I'm guessing, or bombard towers, I should say.
Bombard towers. Anatan, he spots out. He goes over to that food. Louis' food's about to actually go to 0. He is moving out to the boar, I think, now. 8 villagers are headed that way.
Yep, he's going for the boar because, again, he doesn't have any farms, and this is going to be very, very painful for him.
Yeah, he's got enough to start transition. He needs to go ahead and start dropping those farms sooner than later.
Yep, bombard tower upgrade on the way. Or actually, he's getting the fortified outpost first, then the bombard tower cannon emplacement. Feel like you want to get the cannon emplacement first, but maybe he's not worried about an attack just yet. Second Mangonel being made.
I will say, if those camels start focusing the outpost to burn it down as it's fortified, the crossbows on the backside are going to crush it.
That's true. But again, there's those 2 Mangonels, or Manjanique. I know I probably said that wrong, but I didn't know there was...
I love the AoE bigger shot now. It looks so cool.
It does. It does look really cool. There's no doubt about it. It looks really cool.
And he's able to take down the outpost on the gold, so he knows that no real gold is being secured currently for Louis, so he could, obviously go down to that eastern gold where it's going to be the next one, and instead he just heads right to Regnitz, burning down Regnitz. The crossbows step up, start firing on those camel lancers as I was mentioning, but Mangonels are not too far away. First shots coming in. dodges.
And 26
with the
20
armor.
seconds for the cannon emplacement. So he's still... I feel like this is the window to kill him.
This is 100% the window to kill him. However, the cannon emplacement about to finish on up. There's a culverin on the backside.
Uh-oh, that culverin's dead.
Villagers jump out of the town center, immediately burn down the mangonel.
Oh, that's good. That was smart. That's the second time we've seen that today.
Yes, it has. But Anatan, he's still just choosing to dive this. Remember, every villager that gets taken down, so much more important. There's crossbows firing, but they're hitting spears. Not the correct counter unit here.
Yeah, and the thing is Louis has no food income. Or actually, he does.
Anatan's building rams.
Ram's
Where's the
coming
food?
out.
Oh, he still has the boar, and the boar is all that he has, and 3 farms still.
Wow, he actually won that fight. I'm actually really surprised. I cannot believe he actually won that fight. How? I mean, I guess the Bombard Tower probably helped a lot, to be fair.
Bombard Tower and, man, gilded units are nuts. The Culverin gonna do a significant amount to those Rams, and I think that's why he ended up canceling the Rams and maybe falling back.
Yeah, I mean, now it comes to the part where, you know, Louis didn't lose. He only lost 2 villagers throughout all that. So he did not lose many villagers at all. So economically, he's in a great position. And the fact he held that as well as he did, I mean, I thought he was dead.
Yep, still has no blacksmith upgrades. Has a couple of the first eco upgrades, and so like that's the thing going for him currently. But if Anatan keeps up the pressure, he can continue to deny gold, can continue to deny these upgrades, and make Louis only rely on relic.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause yeah, 2 relics is not that much. Even though it's a Regnitz, it's not that much gold. Look, he's walling across the map. He's still gathering stone. The boar's got to be almost gone, I feel like. Wonder if there's a way I can look at that. 500 food.
400, yeah,
Yep.
420.
Yeah, 420 left. Farms are finally coming out, though. I mean, we have 23 farms. And what is Anatan gonna do here? I mean, he's only got 4 farms. He does have traders. He's starting to trade. He has 8 traders. Never took that 3rd sacred site, which is a little bit of a mistake, obviously, because you want having that countdown would be nice.
Yes, it would be. And Louis still doesn't have a ton of military out. You can see he's moving out with villagers, trying to resecure the west side of the map, going to build some walls, but that's a lot of vills that could get spotted out here soon.
Yeah, exactly. Although he is walling, so that should be fine. 10 gilded crossbowmen coming across now to go kill those, you know, push those away. Oh, I didn't notice he was walling in the middle of the map too, man. Louis.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's the 10 very, very risky villagers that could have gotten taken out, but able to finish it on up and resecure that western side food.
Yep, now he can get on that food, although now Anatan knows.
He got the same amount of villager kills than dive in the base. Actually, more. Look at that.
He got a couple extra. And let's take a look up. And now the food source for Anatan is about to be out. I mean, there's really not much left. He's got that 1 deer left, which is probably going to be gathered soon. He does have some farms, but not too many. Does finally get the sacred sites to have that going.
As you say that, he drops 12, 15, 16 farms that quickly. Huge farm transition. And so we're about to see his food economy shoot up, and he still has a huge military mass out for himself. He's reinforcing all of those sacred sites with outposts, so at least giving himself vision. But Louis doing the same, dropping a keep, and he wants that gold, that juicy, juicy 8K gold.
Yeah, and let's take a look what else. I mean, Louis' food income is now starting to get good. He's at 1,700 a minute, so, you know, doing a lot better. He still has no blacksmith upgrades, as you've noted earlier, and that doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. Man, why is it... People
the
with Order of the
villagers
Joint keep forgetting.
on the sacred site. Look at this. 17 villagers on the fortified outpost. Spring on placement just comes through, and this is going to allow time for Anatan's army to arrive.
Yeah, that's going to survive, and that gold is denied. No, he doesn't have that gold back here. It still has 3,400 on it. So, Not like he has to go very far. But it would have been nice to secure this one, obviously.
Yep. 2 golds with 3,400 left. So still plenty of gold for him, but military numbers starting to look a little more even. Anatan obviously does not have the Imperial Age for himself, but is not too far away from being able to click up and building yet another set of farms.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, more farms, obviously. You know, the funny thing is, Louis just kind of decided that 24 farms is all he needs, hasn't built any more. Trying to take a fight here in the center. Mangonel looks like it might go down.
On the Mangonel. Crossbows on the backside, trying to protect it up. Villagers pulling though. Villagers! No way!
Villager
the villagers
OP.
arrive at the perfect time. Anatan will need to fall back. Mangonel gets a huge shot on the Spearman.
Oh man, that is a huge shot. I mean, they're pretty close to supply-wise, villager-wise. I think Louis could probably stop making villagers if he wanted to. I think he's at a good amount, 104 villagers.
I would have to agree. And Anatan just immediately is aging up. I was about to say had to reinforce himself in the units. He's going Eco Wing, so this gives him 10 villagers as he age up, and all his villagers work 10% faster.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one, actually. Like, that's actually really nice.
Massive, huge jump. Mangonel gets focused down. Bombard out of position as well. And Anatan still has a good amount of military units here, and the Springle Tower helping out as well.
Does save the Bombard, though, forces the units back, and that outpost is definitely going to be going down. I would be very surprised to see if that stays up much longer. And then... Man, they're so even on military right now.
40 more seconds for Anatan till his upgrade comes through. You can see how his food growth is now taking the lead, so he will be able to start producing up some more. Maybe get some Imperial Age upgrades a little bit quicker, considering he's got 3,500 gold in the bank. That trade is just been untouched, unspotted, really.
Yeah, I mean, how many traders does he have now? He has 20 traders. But again, you know, Sacred Site victory gone. Louis is starting to retake map control. I think he just needs a little bit, or he did make more farms. Now he's at 33 farms. Very beautiful, actually. Like, he's got 33 villagers working under that chapel. Very, very beautiful.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that does look real pretty. Anatan dropping even more farms behind this. Wouldn't even hate to see him get that Imperial Age food upgrade.
Yeah, and here's the thing, right? Anatan's position economically doesn't take much for him to really start booming. Like, he's got a good bank of gold. He's trading already. Here comes a bunch of horses. Yep, these are some... This is a dead Bombard and a Culverin. It is very sad. Goodbye, Culverin. Wait. Okay, yeah, I was going to at least kill that. Looks like they're going to try to fight over here.
I mean, they're just going to keep running, I think, too.
I like how he's got University text before he got Blacksmith text, really. It's kind of funny.
And look at this. Crossbows way out of position. Horseman going to get a perfect surround on the crossbows as well. And Louis, his army just got obliterated.
Oh, yeah. That was the cleanest sweep of gilded crossbows I've ever seen so far. And, you know, the men-at-arms being forced back. What was that?
The new chop through? Is this the new chop through here in the bottom? He has to fully chop through. He's almost there. All right. Anatan's looking real strong over here right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Anatan's position is looking really good.
It gets spotted out by Louis right as I mentioned that.
Yeah, and look, oh, yep, those villagers are going to go. But again, he's got 135 eco. I think it's okay. Stonewall's coming up for Anatan now.
Minute, too. He's killing it in the resources per minute.
Yeah, 3,000.
Oh, supposed to be working harder for Order of the Dragon, but those upgrades for Ayubit's just doing too much. Another great military engagement for Anatan, taking Louis' military down to 16 now.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, I feel like he needs to be going, there we go, hand cannoneers or something. I was like, gotta mix it up. I don't think he needs to be going crossbows much anymore.
Yeah, and there's that upgrade now for Ubids where your infantry, after getting a kill, I think it's movement speed and damage increase, and hand cannoneers just get cracked from it.
Yep, and the walls are open. I do love that change, by the way, where if you kill a wall, it destroys many segments. It's not just like that one little opening. I'm a very big fan of that change.
Mangonel immediately gets taken down, chased down by those horsemen, and just another spot that Anatan has broken wide open. Still no ability to take down this keep in the middle yet, unless he wants to just try to burn it down with some horsemen here.
Yeah, I mean, so the nice thing for Louis, he does still have that big gold mine, still has most of it left. He's gathering a ton of stone. Like, he's got 2,300 stone in the bank. I feel like he needs to make, like, a couple mills so that he can, like, his food's very inefficient for a lot of his villagers, I feel like. Maybe a couple mills would help make that more efficient. What is his, he does have all his, what's it called? Horticulture and all that.
Yeah, every single ecotech in play. Same thing for Anatan except for the mining one, and we're also starting to see every single one of these university upgrades as well.
Yeah, and now it's just kind of waiting for, you know, Anatan's trying to get in here. He wants to do some raiding, but there's enough walls where I don't think this is a big threat yet. But man, Louis' army I know it's Order of the Dragon, so it's always hard to say, but his army looks so tiny.
It is tiny. He has way too many vills. I asked you about this on the game before. I was like, where's the vills to stop at? It's definitely not 148.
Yeah, that's not where you want to do, because it's really like he only has 25 military. Like, that's it. He can only make 25 military units. 25 military units to be specific. And he definitely needs to delete some villagers. And he's still making villagers. He's at 150. He's playing this like HRE at this point. I would delete 40 villagers right now.
The thing is like, it's not like he's like taking away resources from Anatan. Like he's just taking away resources on his side of the map. Like these are the last bit of gold, but a mangonel shot onto the villagers building the keep. Anatan just now realizing it, pulls those vills back. Camels diving forward to get their charge on the mangonel, and another dead mangonel. Yep.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hey, you never know with some vill pulls potential.
Oh, he deleted 20 villagers. Either that or he lost. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't lose 20 to this raid. Okay, definitely needed. I think he realized, okay, I do not have a big army. I need to delete some units. And now he's probably going to win this fight here in the middle, I think.
And this is the last gold for himself, though. Double cannons coming into play for Anatan. And look at the queue for Anatan, though. His queue is just massive. He's got 6,000 food into the bank.
Yep, and I love watching Order of the Dragon hand cannoneers because they don't have the animation. It just looks like they're poking. They're just like shooting blanks. Gotta love it.
You can't, yeah, I just now noticed that. Just can't even see it at all. Anatan, though, he needs to mass up more units. Doesn't quite have the mass that he needs. Needs a bunch more production buildings, I feel like.
Yeah, but look at all these horsemen starting to come in here. Gilded Imperial Horsemen. Taking out some bombards, taking out the mangonels. I mean, Louis does have a solid bank of units incoming. Now he's exhausted his food, but still. And now, but that keep though, ooh, keep with hand cannon placement would be really annoying for him, but luckily it's not upgraded with that yet.
Yeah, Anatan was able to keep 2 of the cannons alive. Again, this is the last gold for Louis. He's starting to chop through on the western side. He's got a ram taking down those stone walls of Anatan's. So I think he wants to get through onto that northwest side.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, Anatan's doing good gold-wise. Even if he still has a small gold mine he can mine from. And he's trading, so he doesn't have to worry about that gold. Whereas, yeah, as you were saying, Louis, he's got about 3,200 left before he's going to be out of gold completely. And I don't see him making any trade posts as of yet.
Yep. Hand cannoneers starting to mass up. Anatan's up to 25, which is where I feel like that's really where hand cannoneers start to get real scary. I mentioned the upgrade earlier when they're going to get that movement speed, get that extra damage as well. And Louis is forced off of the gold, although he's got a good bank. This is very, very crucial for the long term of the game. And he's trying to force through in the north.
this is a dead keep. I think. I don't think Louis can hold this. I mean, Louis is like maxed, but he doesn't have any way to kill this army. Not an efficient way. He's actually raiding. Look at this. 17 Gilded
17,
Horsemen.
yep.
Now this is gonna do some destruction.
Anatan tried to prep with a keep, but just didn't have it there. Realizes he needs to cancel it. So much for his trade. But honestly, now he can go ahead and just take that gold in the middle and just take down all of the production. Try to get on top of the farms. Just needs to make sure that Culverin doesn't take down the cannons.
And Louis really splitting apart his horsemen, making sure they're everywhere. You know, it is taking attention away from this push for Anatan. Like, you know, Anatan wants to be pushing in the center, but I think it's going to be pushed back because he has to deal with these horsemen.
He did have to fall back, it looked like.
And we do see, you know, trying to go for the trade, taking out the elite camel lancers. Now taking out the trade. You know, still at 19, so hasn't lost too many yet. Does push back that middle attack. And, you know, this is the thing that can change games. These raids, this single raid may have saved Louis the game.
Yep.
Because it's forced Anatan all the way back. His push is now stalled. And now Louis starting to push through the center again. Might even be able to snag these bombards. And when I say might, I'm just kidding. But maybe?
Or are you kidding? He's
Yeah.
moving forward with the spears. The horseman trying to dive. He could get one. Anatan has a villager there. Could start repairing it. Doesn't repair it fast enough. Takes down one of the bombards. There's a Springle moving forward as well. Anatan's going back on the gold. He is struggling on gold hardcore.
Yeah, and if you look at this, I mean, he still has 18 traders. But you're right. He's lost all his gold now. He's actually gathering the gold that Louis was on. And Louis, look at this. Look, Louis making men-at-arms now in Anatan's side of the base. He's realized that his best way to win this is to just tear his opponent apart by raiding him.
Yep. Just don't allow him to stabilize. Don't allow him to chill. Those men-at-arms take a little bit more to deal with than they typically would. A bunch just pop out. He's got camels there, though. But just so tanky.
Yeah, look at that. And you know, Louis is getting 3,600 food per minute at the moment, which is very nice for him. Men-at-arms, the barracks are kind of being taken care of, I think, slowly but surely. But I think there's a lot of men-at-arms in queue there, though. Oh.
That still is a lot of units that Anatan has dealing with the north instead of pushing through in the middle, which they could be. Although he's taken out another outpost, he is slowly taking this mid-map control back for himself.
Yeah, he's kind of slowly taking it back. Those barracks are going to have a keep on them. So, oh, Spearman out though. Might be able to clean this up. Woodline being raided. Horsemen on the left side going for the farms now. Stone walls being destroyed.
This is a really good job by Anatan now. He kind of just regrouped for himself, was able to retake the mid and secure back on the top side with this keep for himself. And he's taken down a lot of the static defenses. There's tons of villagers having to run back home for Louis. Both those bombard cannons are helping out a ton, but there's another cannon here.
Yep, and that keep did complete by the barracks, and so yeah, Anatan's pushing the center. He's still raiding in the farm line. Like right now, Louis has a lot of idle villagers, I think, not doing anything. His food eco is probably going to start falling apart a little bit. Bombard towers are going to help him defend this area, but Anatan is really starting to make his mark on the map.
Yep. Took down a lot of the siege. He's on the west side. He's on the middle front side, and he's on a ton of different production buildings too. So it's going to make it harder for Louis to remass back up and stabilize as well.
You know, I'm really glad that Anatan has 5 horsemen taking down that that blacksmith. That blacksmith is really annoying me. So, good work, Anatan. All right, and we do see, okay, spearmen are out, you know, poking at the traders. There's still 23 traders, though, and not really doing too much. A second keep going down for Anatan by the barracks, so those are also not doing too much. You know, those units are just kind of getting denied. And the middle area, you know, kind of starting to regain his position. But look at Anatan's bank. He's got a solid bank, and Louis is out of gold.
Yeah, out of gold, but still, his units aren't too gold intensive that he's making right now. The men-at-arms only cost 40 apiece, and he's got a lot of horsemen. I feel like that he's gonna start making even more of.
Yeah, and here comes another elite horseman going down. I don't know why I said that, but I just wanted to say it, okay?
Anatan, though, I feel like this is the point where he just needs to go ahead, resecure the sacred sites, give himself a win condition that starts ticking, put pressure on Louis in that sense, and then keep doing what you're doing. Keep the raiding, keep tiptoeing down the center.
And look at Louis, he's making, what's it called? He's making rams, and they are the special rams, so he did get the upgrade. He's making 5 rams, so he's going to ram down these keeps, I guess, and then he's going to keep pressuring.
Rams are so annoying to end up dealing with. Speaking of annoying to end up dealing with, horsemen on the backside, but Anatan's horsemen, they actually just get dealt with by those dragon villagers.
Yeah, the dragon villager's like, nah. You're dead. And then they go back to work, as if nothing ever happened.
Couple spears running forward. There are some bombards trying to push through this stone wall on the east. Doesn't really open up to too much eco. As I say that, though, Louis has chopped through on the south.
Yeah, yes he has. And stone wall going down, you know, Louis just kind of chilling. He still has 2,100 stone. And it looks like Louis doesn't have any intention of trying to go trade either. It looks like he's just going to kind of not trade. Hasn't made a single trade or market yet, really, for trading.
Just doesn't really worry about it. Isn't bothering too much for it. The first ram starting to arrive at the siege workshop, arrive at the keep.
Yeah, and so this keep will most likely go down. Gold villagers being killed now by Louis. And I think Anatan deleted some because I know for a fact the men-at-arms were not there.
I was about to say, how did that many just fall?
And push
I
through
feel
the
like it would have
center.
been better to just throw away at the Rams. The push through the center still looking to be at Anatan's just because the hand cannoneers.
Yeah, hand cannoneers are like, this is where hand cannoneers, you know, they're doing 42 damage a shot, right? Well, Order of the Dragon units have a lot of health, so you need that damage.
Able to get a great shot on those hand cannoneers. Needs to get spread out and about. Needs to send some camels that way. And another mangonel shot before the bombard is going to try to take it down.
All the gold villas, traders are dying in mass right now. Anatan's still at 20 traders, so he's still doing pretty good. First keep goes down, Siege Workshop going down. I assume those rams will take care of the second keep shortly. But in the middle, Louis is losing ground. Ooh, 2 good mangonel shots though. Oh man.
So much value from those mangonel shots. Those rams are putting in work in the north. No villagers have been pulled to deal with the rams. Finally, though, a couple hand cannoneers go to deal with those few men-at-arms.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? Is Louis is doing such a good job distracting Anatan that he can't focus on the middle. So those mangonel shots are just destroying his army. And you know, Louis trying to push back again. We are down to, well, I didn't mean to drag all the way, but whatever. 17 traders still, more markets coming up. Anatan's like, okay, I got to replenish my markets. Looks like he might save this other keep though, so this keep should not go down to those 2 rams. And I assume he's just going to delete these, or he's going to get rid of the barracks so he doesn't have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, not worrying about the barracks this time. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see him burn down the walls from Louis that are in between his stone and just rebuild the stone walls.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me either. To be fair, he could connect his stone wall to that too. Force his opponent to delete it. It's a new thing with the patch for those who don't know. And more rams coming in from Louis. He's trying to push through the center now. I mean, a big portion of Anatan's army is where the barracks are. So he's... Oh, and look at this. Louis is stonewalling the entire left side. He's done dealing with these raids. He says no more. And now he's going to push the center once again.
And you know what the stonewalling means. He is transitioning to trade, finally. He says, all right, enough of this. I want gold units again.
Yep. Is finally starting to trade. And now the question is, can Louis like secure this center though? Because that's a lot of hand
Horseman headed
cannons.
forward.
47 hand cannoneers from Anatant.
But they're focusing on the Rams currently. There's a bunch of Mangonels finally getting taken down by one of the hand cannoneer groupings. Same thing with the other. And now Anatant just gets the A move the rest of this fight. But Louis, he's still got a ton of reinforcements coming in. A lot of those are spears. And Keep is getting focused by the Rams.
Oh, and he doesn't have a gate, so his units are starting to... Oh, no, he does have a gate, but it's like on the wrong area. He needs to build another gate. There we go.
Anatant, though, hand cannoneers were able to clean up the rest of that fight. He still has his trade working, and he has burnt the rest of the barracks down.
Yeah, and Louis only getting 42 gold per trade. I feel like I now see what chat's talking about earlier. They were talking about the trade, and it is definitely better for Anatant. It's a little bit further, kind of on, but it's only by 9 gold, but still kind of weird.
Woodline just made it spawn a little closer. You can see it was in between 2 woodlines.
Yep. I do see another raid over here, but again, Anatant's going to secure that. And I gotta say, you know, I haven't seen Anatant play in a while, and he's definitely looking like he's in good form. And so far in all the matches I've seen from him.
Yeah, so he is one of the ones that was right on the edge of getting the automatic qualify for EGC. I think he was actually the next one up. So he's got to put in the work. He's got to put in the practice to prep for the next weekend qualifiers.
Yeah, that makes sense because I just noticed. Like I said, I haven't seen him much lately, but he's definitely looked like he's in very good form. It feels like a lot of players that were kind of slumping a little bit are now like looking really good.
Yeah, exactly. Was able to get the keep up on that northern sacred site. So he has all 3 sacred sites again. You can see he's trying to wall them up. It is his plan to go ahead and start putting a timer on, but Louis not letting that happen yet.
No, but here's the thing. I mean, look at that bank by Anatant. He still has 7,000 food. Now, he doesn't have a ton of gold, but he still has a ton of food and wood, whereas, you know, Louis' resources have been super low the entire game.
Yep. He cleans up the rest of that army in the north. The keep is up. Now I would expect some more walls to come in, and the horsemen should be able to keep this next one alive as well.
Yeah, and we're just seeing... I mean, Louis is kind of starting to push the center a little bit. But I don't know if he's going to be able to decap the sacred site. I mean, oh, he's close. He's close. If he just put another unit on there, he might be able to.
He's got a keep now starting to be built. And Anatant finally sending a ton more units there. It's not like the timer's that low currently, so it's not too big of a deal, but still nice to have this ticking on down. The keep does go up.
And there's a little annoying raid in Anatant's base, but yeah, okay, he does notice it and takes care of it, as I would expect from the Anno Chad.
And it looks like Louis is actually getting to the point where he's starting to chop through a lot of that wood lines.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much wood left on the map, really. I mean, it's in the center. Actually, Anatant has a lot of wood left.
Anatant has that one huge wooden forest.
Yeah, this is a very, yeah, he's got that huge forest, whereas Louis just has to go to the center for wood, I think.
Anatant again clears up the military in the middle, is able to get his horsemen on top of the culverin. Tons of villagers there healing up that culverin, and Anatant, he's not killing the villagers down yet, so the culverin stays alive.
Yep, and there goes the keep. It is going down now.
Hand cannoneers on the west side, they're on Louis' woodline, but this could potentially be a blessing in disguise if he just starts making a ton more military and takes good trades. He needs more military out. That could be his advantage.
Oh, and look at Louis here. Oh, fuck. Crap. Someone's on my door.
Going ahead, you're good.
Give me 1 minute.
Culverin's diving on forward, not allowing the bombards to step up, but Anatant looks like he doesn't care. He sacrifices the bombard. He dives forward, but the mangonel shot on the hand cannoneers. All of them down to about half health. Mangonel not alive anymore. Culverin does its job. The frontline army proving to do enough for the time being, but Anatant just has enough reinforcements coming in. Villagers are there to heal up the culverin. The culverin is just the Chad culverin. It's staying alive over and over, but Louis' army is close to nothing. The hand cannoneers were sitting over here killing some of the reinforcing units. The Rams having to fall back, villagers having to fall back, and Anatan still has the sacred site ticking. It's down to 7 minutes here. Also, the trade for Louis is 52 now compared to 51 for Anatan, so he is ahead on the trade, by the way, by 1 gold. The last wood line, though, is on his side. This is right in front of where this last wood line is. And Anatan just killing so many resources. Oh, you're good.
Oh, man, that was a... that was dumb. Okay. Let's... where are we at here? So they're still battling for the middle.
Anatan has gained a lot of ground, though, and Louis is running low on resources overall. You can see his queue. You can see his overall population. He is hurting.
I feel like this has been the case for a while. He's hasn't been, you know, he's been low on resources for a while. Oh, he's making Gilded Knights now. He's trying to do anything he can.
Look at where the villagers are going, though, on the east. They moved out to go to the next wood line, and there wasn't quite a gate yet. All the horsemen circle, the hand cannoneers are there as well, and oh my god.
Yeah, we're just seeing more and more, you know, trying to push through. Oh, 5 minutes and 59 seconds until this the timer, killing some villagers. Oh, Anatan might be able to, I don't know if Louis is going to be able to stop that sacred site timer or not, but he's going to try. Man, this is a slugfest.
Anatan, though, I feel like if he breaks through the walls one more time, it's over. Like, he just needs that next bombard to break through the wall, because this is where, like, yeah, earlier Louis was struggling. Now Louis is actually struggling, like, hardcore.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the Vil kills, by the way. 149 and 131. So many Vil deaths. The battle for the center still rages on. But I think at this point, you know, it's kind of looked like this for a while, because Anatan's just had a good bank this entire game. I just don't see a way in which Louis comes back. I mean, how can he from this point?
And Anatan's reinforcing those walls. The most vulnerable sacred site's honestly the one all the way in the north. It does have a keep on it, but it's the one with the easiest route, easiest path to take, and the least military near.
Yeah, and I think, is Louis off of wood now? He has no wood income, right? He's got 17 villagers in wood somewhere.
A little bit, but they're like long gather. Oh, it's on, this one's on the east, so that's his last wood line. And then the rest are going to be long gathering. And this is where, like, Anatan, I feel like falling back here, like, yes, he's reinforcing the sites and giving himself that time and making sure he secures that. But this, like, we have that God view. Like, we know how vulnerable Louis was. And all of a sudden now Louis... he's got a good military count going for him.
Now here's my question. Does Anatan know that he has a big forest? I mean, he has to know, obviously, but I just mean, like, he hasn't touched it at all. This entire game. It's crazy. Oh, here we go. Here comes one
Cannon
more.
step up a little too far. The Gilded Knights, the bombards just are thrown away for free. Mangonels on the backside. They're so close to that gate. They're going to be so hard to take down.
Yeah, and look, oh, nice Mangonel shots. Now maybe Louis can take this army out, you know, with the Mangonels.
Oh, another good Mangonel shot on that group of hand cannoneers. Next shot doesn't land, doesn't connect the greatest, and Louis actually looks to be winning this fight.
Yeah, he's winning the fight for now. Ooh, that was a good shot. I killed a lot of hand cannoneers. But again, look at that bank from Anatan. It's not really lowering.
Yep. I would love to see some more archery. Oh, he just did build them all. A bunch of archery ranges on the front side here, nice and close. So the hand cannoneers are just going to be right there. I'm not sure if Anatan put them in his...
Oh my god, did you see that? Yeah.
So many hand cannoneers just get taken out.
And, you know... there's only 3.5 minutes left. Louis really needs to take one of these sacred sites out. I mean, these two are fine.
Anatan deletes some vills, needs to get some more military out, I think is his realization. That's what Louis' big advantage is. Remember when I said it earlier? I was like, if he just deleted more villagers, deleted more economy and has more military, these fights are starting to go his way. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he's not gathering gold with villagers, he's not gathering stone with villagers, and he's barely gathering wood with villagers, so it makes sense to also delete them too when the natural resources are kind of out.
Well, the mangonels are just crushing on the backside. 3 of the mangonels have been able to heavily damage those backside hand cannoneers. But is this going to be enough? There's keeps here. There's bombard towers here to protect for Anatan. But the sacred site is paused for the time being.
Yeah, like what's he, yeah, it's for the time being, but look at this. Even with the mangonels, Anatan was able to take out that fight, still has a solid 26 hand cannoneers left. And again, that keep, by the way, does have a bombard emplacement and has been helping a lot too.
Yep. Just too much defensive pressure, too much reinforcing units from Anatan. He had such a big bank. Look at his bank now. He actually doesn't have much gold, but Louis, he realizes it is over. What a wild game number 2.
Yeah, it's a that was a crazy game. That was what was that? That was almost an hour, not quite, but almost an hour. And now we've got a tied series 1-1. That's right, guys. We still have one more game left between these two, which decides who goes into the semifinals. Is it what?
Nothing.
Am I wrong?
That game was just a while, and we kind of joined in the middle, so the next game may
Oh yeah, the next game may already be over. You check real quick. I gotta be right back. 1 more second.
Anatan's not online, so I'm gonna assume it's over. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
Did you say Anatan's not online?
Anatan, you are correct. I don't know if you wanted to spoil it or what, but that series has been finished, and there's 1 series left playing, I believe. It is Lucifron versus Numadon for the last one, and Lucifron is up 1-0.
Let's just cast the last one.
The last Anatan versus that one, or Numadon versus Lucifron? All right, I'm game.
Assuming I can. Okay. You're in my group, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to go in. Oh wait, I think I just spoiled it. I did. I forgot to switch cams. Okay, guys.
Oh.
Louis obviously lost, so no point in going into that replay. What? What? I can't believe that. I can't believe I forgot to switch the cams. I should ban myself. I can't believe I just did that. I was literally gonna
say something, but I couldn't get it out fast enough.
Oh man.
Oh. All right. Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna speedcast it real quick, or I'm gonna speedcast it real quick.
Oh yeah, you joined it.
What can I say? You know what, guys? I did that on purpose. I wanted to get you guys to laugh. Let me just save my dignity and just agree that that was totally on purpose.
Whew. It's good stuff though, and last map is gonna be forts. So interesting map. This was the map earlier we saw the ABBA mirror on, I believe.
Wait, I gotta switch cams again so people can actually see me speedcast this real quick. It's Byzantines versus Abbasid. Anatan's Abbasid. Shall we bet points on who won? Yeah, we should just totally do that.
Yeah. My money is on Anatan.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna bet. Hey, does anyone in chat want to take like $100,000? I'll give you my house, and you guys will give me $1 million if, you know, if we bet on who wins this.
Okay, we got the military wing versus the hippodrome, but the hippodrome's only getting built with one villager.
Surely the odds are good.
This is just a fast castle by Louis attempt because the hippodrome one villager on it.
Yeah, looks like it.
And Anatan just immediately just builds a ram with his military school unit or military wing units.
Yeah, it looks like he is trying to was trying to fast castle. Like now he can't even get gold anymore. So we kind of see how this goes wrong for poor Louis.
Yeah, and I mean I feel like Anatan's just gonna snowball from here. He brought a villager to outpost, so he just knows no more gold.
Uses the boar to go for the villagers on the second gold.
Oh my gosh, naughty, naughty, naughty guy. That's miserable. So Louis just has no gold for the rest.
Yeah, and then he went Castle Age.
Yeah. And just knows that Louis is never going to be able to match this, so it's just over from here. Gulam spam from here, and what do you do?
Yep, and it's, yeah, what do you do against knights, golems? He is going castle, but realizes it's over. GG's out. That was the game we missed.
All right.
Maps like this make me kind of mad. Louis had forward gold, so he just got hosed. I mean...
That's not what it was at all, though.
Yeah, it's more than that, right? Like, he was very...
Like, you have military wing units that you didn't respect. He tried to build an outpost to defend himself up and get castle in time. It's a payoff that you have to think about. Are you going to make units or are you going to make an outpost? You know? He could have dropped an archery range and gone 3 archers, and it would have been enough to push that away.
Yeah, so we've got, so Lucifron versus Numadon. Okay. Do I have enough time to do this? I do have my birthday dinner in like an hour or 2, but I think that's enough time. I think we can do it. We'll do it. Screw it. We'll get it.
They're
We'll
in
get
game
it
number 2. I could see Lucy getting a nice little takedown here.
They're in game number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That makes it even better. Wait, it's your birthday? My birthday is tomorrow. And we get to cast it. I get to cast the finals and semifinals on my birthday tomorrow, which is a Giga Chad move on my part. Actually, I don't think I've ever streamed on my birthday before. I think I've always had, I think it's always fell on a day I didn't stream or I did something else. Turning into an old man before my eyes.
So it'll be BC Wham, and it's going to be Anatan versus the winner of Lucifron Numadon.
Yes, it is. All right, I do have Lucifron on my friends list. I don't see a observer. Hopefully they didn't forget. I know I have Numadon on my friends list.
They're into this game, I'm pretty sure.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Does it allow you to observe?
I'm not friends with them on this account, I don't think.
Okay, let me look.
I was going to the observe tab.
Oh yeah, see if you see it there. I think they may have forgotten either the game just ended, because I cannot observe, or they didn't enable observe mode. That is a rippin' pepperonis! Because, yeah, observe isn't showing up. You said you're not seeing it in the observe tab, right?
No. I am not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. That's a Sag moment. I want to watch Numadon versus Lucifron.
Sag.
I can't believe they forgot observer mode. Nah, it's like the last game of the day. Like they're almost done.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about it. Like if this was a semifinal match, I'll tell you this: if this happened in tomorrow's matches at all, that game's being replayed no matter what.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
I had to do that in the Conquerors Cup.
Yeah.
Which obviously isn't the ideal situation for anybody, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
That is the truth. Well, I guess
It's also in the it's also
for
in
today.
it is also in the rule book that if you don't put observer mode, you may have to replay the game regardless of win or loss.
Oh, if it's in the rule book, that's all that matters.
Yeah, game's not observable. So unfortunately, we will not be able to observe this game. I mean, what was their first game? Order the Dragon versus Byzantines. Lucifron won.
With order.
With order. And then, who knows? Actually, we can look at least what the matchup was. Or, I thought so.
And start.gg you should if they sent the map draft.
No, they didn't put the second link in there.
Oh, they could have just chatted to each other.
Yeah, they probably just did it on Discord or something. Okay. So, no, I'm not going to make them replay it. I don't... This is the last match of the day. I'm really not concerned about this one personally. This is a, you know... Tomorrow's matches, on the other hand, I would be an upset Panda Bear. Besides, we've been going for 6 hours. I think we're good to call it.
Yeah. It was a good sets of games. There were a bunch of fun series. It's always interesting to like kind of have the first competitiveness full tournament on the new Civs where we got to see a lot of different matchups.
Yeah, it's been interesting seeing the Civ picks. I mean, obviously the most played matchup was probably Byzantines and
Order.
Byzantines and Order, and then yeah, then those are some surprise matches. Iabids has been played more than I thought. Abbasid has been picked actually quite a bit, which is a surprise. I was really surprised about those picks, and we've seen HRE a couple times.
Yeah, there was definitely some surprising ones. There was the French pick for giving French to Beastie by Puppy Paw surprised me a little bit there. But maybe this is one where like we're gonna slowly start to see the matchups with the new Civs versus the old Civs that people like. Like I know some people have talked about English being strong against certain Civs, and you know I think the same can be said for Rus, French, a couple of those, and maybe Puppy thought a Byzantine versus French matchup would go his way.
Yeah, I think so as well. Well, I guess do you have anything else to talk about before bouncing out of here like a hurricane?
No, that'll be it. Thanks everyone for checking on in. I am back to playing AoE4 more often, so I'll be streaming on my channel more there and still playing a Dark and Darker as well as AoE4.
But yeah, we'll give you I'll put your link in chat. Then I will talk to you tomorrow, Depson, as we do the finals.
Sounds like a plan. Later, homie.
Later. All right, guys. Obviously, that is the end of the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tournament. Thank you, everyone who followed. Thank you, everyone who subbed or gifted a subs. I appreciate all of you. Damn, we got a lot of follows today. Holy bejeebus. The plan, tomorrow we will be casting the semifinals at the same time that today's tournament started. And then obviously we're going to go semifinals, finals. The finals is a best of 5. We will be having Anatan versus the winner of Lucifron versus Numadon, Beastie versus Wham, and then obviously the finals after that. And tomorrow, I'm going to be so old. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, again. Thanks, everyone, for following. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for interacting in the chat. I'm going to give you guys... Jaina, you need to chill your tits. I'm going to give you guys off to... You know what? I'm going to give you guys off to someone called 10-4 Tim. Is the finals? Yes, the finals is a best of 5. Lucifron is playing right now, but the observer mode is not enabled, so I can't cast it. So hopefully you guys go enjoy his stream. I bet he's about to, he might have an accident with how excited he's going to be for this raid. Just kidding. All right, see you guys later. I will again see you guys tomorrow for the semifinals and finals.